Thanks for tuning in to today's broadcast of a live sports event featuring the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes. Today's broadcast is being streamed and is under the authority of AA Sports Properties. Today's broadcast is made possible because of the generous support of the following sponsors: the Abernathy Independent School District, Nutrien Ag Solutions, First State Bank, the First Baptist Church, South Plains Auto Ranch, Reb Lopez with Exit Realty, Abel Funeral Home and Flower Shop, St. Isidore Catholic Church, Plains Land Bank, St. Clair and Massey Orthodontics, Lambert Insurance, The Junk and Farmers Market, Nana's Donuts, DB Media, JC Refrigeration, Vista Bank, Webb Vision Center, Ty Horsford with Movements Real Estate, Abernathy Little League, and the Hill Veterinary Services. When you're looking to do business in any of these industries, we encourage you to check out these businesses when you can. To join these businesses and organizations and to show your support for the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes on our broadcast, you can call or text us at 806-773-4658. Thanks again for watching, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast of this live sports event featuring the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes. And good evening, Abernathy, Texas, and good evening, fans of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes. As once again, welcome inside the friendly confines of Antelope Stadium here tonight in Abernathy, Texas, where it's the season that matters. Kicking off here tonight as district play begins tonight for the Abernathy Antelopes. You can throw records out the window and everybody starts over at 0-0. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. Voice of the Antelopes, Ty Horsford, with you here tonight alongside Chance Rocha this evening. And we've got two longtime rivals set to do battle here tonight on the turf at Antelope Stadium. As you've got the Abernathy Antelopes coming in at 2-3 overall, and the Wildcats of Idalou at 1-4. And Chance, when you just kind of glance at those numbers, if you really haven't paid attention to what's happened in non-district play, a lot, how would you put it, a lot worse of a record for both of these teams than what they're used to heading into district play, but both teams with quite a bit of competition in the non-district portion of their schedule, especially for the Idalou Wildcats.
Yeah, Idalou historically, they usually play a very, very tough non-district schedule, and this season hasn't been any different. So record showing 1-4 for them, but don't let that deceive you. This is a pretty tough Wildcat team, but they are a lot different than they have been in past years for sure. I'm used to their coming out, lining up, and trying to run it right down your throat, but this year they're airing it out a lot more with the new offensive coordinator and a new coach that came in last year. They're implementing a lot of new things, and they're going to throw the ball a lot.
Yep, they are. And both teams, they've had 2 weeks to prepare for each other, as both teams were open last week. 2 weeks ago, Idalou falling short to Shallow Water, 36-15, and Antelope fans want to forget 2 weeks ago, chances it was the Muleshoe Mules shutting you out for the first time at home since 2016 with a 47-0 shutout win over the Abernathy Antelopes. These two teams met last year to begin district play over in Idalou, and it was Abernathy's defense that shined that night in a 20-3 victory over the Idalou Wildcats. You mentioned it, a very deceiving 1-4 record for Idalou, as they've played the likes of Class 4A Sweetwater to open the season, and they lost 42-20. They played the number 2 team in the state in Holiday and lost 19-0. Another big school in Vernon, they lost 29-22, and fell short to Shallow Water, who's also big school 3A, 36-15. Their lone victory was a convincing one right down the road from us here a few weeks ago as they beat the New Deal Lions 42-3. I do think New Deal's a little bit down this year compared to teams they've had in the past, but that's the one win on the season for the Idalou Wildcats. And I don't think the 1-4 record changes this, chance, but according to outlets like Dave Campbell's Texas Football and people that really kind of have a pretty good hold on what's going on around the state of Texas in high school football, most people have the Wildcats pegged as the district favorite coming into this season. And despite the 1-4 start, I don't know that that's really changed. And we have a prayer, so give us just a second here.
And free of injury. We pray for the officials of tonight's game. We also pray for the parents, coaches, students, and spectators that are here tonight. Let there be fellowship among one another. And we ask that only words of praise and glory be spoken so that all things done are for the betterment of you. Lord, we ask that you keep everyone safe on their drives home tonight. We ask all of these things in your name. Amen.
You know, we were joking right before we came on the air. It seems like every time we take the air, you've got the prayer or the national anthem that we kind of have to pause for. But, again, Idalou, despite the 1-4 record, they are definitely, if not the favorite, one of the favorites to come out on top in this district when it all wraps up. So that makes tonight just a little bit more important for the Abernathy Antelopes if they want to get a leg up to begin district play.
No, I think you're correct there, Ty. I think you said it right, where they were kind of the favorite going in to the season. But I think right now, you know, they have Littlefield ranked number 10th now. Roosevelt put a big win up already to start district play last night. They beat Stanton, and it may be a good Stanton team. That was a close game, 28-21 that they won. So they're already starting district off on a roll. And then we have this game tonight. So I think the pack at the top, it's going to be 4 teams that are going to be battling it out. And they may all end up in playoffs, but we'll have to see who comes out number 1.
Yep, absolutely. Offensively, the Wildcats are averaging about 20 points per game, but they're giving up 26. And so they've been a little susceptible defensively, giving up close to 30 points per game despite scoring 20 points per contest. The Wildcats, you're going to hear a lot of names that you do recognize as they return some veteran starters from last year's team that went 9-4 on the season and made it a couple of rounds deep into the postseason. You talked about it a minute ago, Chance. The Wildcats, they look a little different than Wildcat teams of the past. They spread the ball around. They throw it around a little bit more than they typically do. Case in point, quarterback Tate Henley, who was also their quarterback a season ago, he went 18 of 33 in the loss a couple of weeks ago to Shallow Water, but putting it in the air 33 times at this level, that's throwing the ball a lot for Idalou.
Yeah, they're definitely going to air it out and spread it out. They will run the ball still just to keep us honest, but one thing I would note, too, they're a very well-coached team, and they're not going to make many mistakes. They're not going to hurt themselves very much. So for Abernathy to stay on top, we're going to have to do the same. We're going to have to play a sound football game.
And that's something that hasn't changed for Idalou. They've always been a team that did not beat themselves. Also keep an eye on running back Cutter Houchin and running back Gentry Pounds in that Idalou backfield, as they're going to take the majority of the handoffs back there when the Wildcats have the football. Let's chat a little bit about the Antelopes. Really, Chance, I think the story, which you never want the story to be, the story for this team through the first 5 weeks of the season is they just haven't been healthy. They've been missing key components every single game. And really for the first time, and they're not 100% there yet, but really for the first time all season, the Antelopes can consider themselves somewhat healthy as they got some of those key guys back as they return 3 of the 5 starters that they were missing a couple of weeks ago against Muleshoe here tonight. They're still going to be without starting running back Alan Monkey Macias. He's out 1 more week. We think he's going to be back next week. We'll keep our fingers crossed about that. But you've got guys coming back. Brody Shadden at receiver, who's been big when he's been in the game. You've also got Kelton Carver, who's a staple on that offensive and defensive front. And then a guy that we've kind of forgot about, Dane Provost. Provost, he has not played since the first week of the season, and he'll line up in the tight end spot, but I think where he's most important, chances on the defensive side of the ball, lining up at that linebacker position.
Yeah, Dainsey definitely going to give us a boost on defense. That'll allow us to move some other guys around that have been young, have been playing in his spot since he's been out. And so hopefully he was able to knock some of that rust off. As you said, he's had 2 weeks to prepare, so hopefully he'll be game ready and up to speed on everything and give our defense the boost that we need to kind of hold this Wildcat offense in check.
And, I think a key tonight when you're talking about this Antelope offense, when they've been the most successful in 2023 thus far, it's been when they've been able to run and throw, keep teams honest, kind of more of a dual threat offense. I think about games that they struggled, and it's been more when defenses have kind of forced them to be one-dimensional. And so I think a key to the game tonight for this Antelope offense is that Elijah Trejo has the arm to throw the football around a little bit, but in order to open up that pass game, I think you've got to be able to run the ball as well.
No, I think you're definitely right. Being able to run the ball is going to be key, but Trejo, I think everything's going to have to run through him first. He's going to have to be confident in the play calling that they give him. And then I think another thing, too, is some of those veterans that we're getting back, like Kelton, they're going to have to step in there and just give that leadership that this team needs, on the offensive and the defensive side of the ball. And then those young guys that have stepped up in weeks past in their absence, continuing to play that way and continuing to give the Antelopes a chance to come out and start off district with a bang.
And and we've already talked about it kind of throughout this pregame show, but as you talk about keys to the game tonight, Chance, I think you can point to a number of different things, but I think you need to get off to a good start. You don't want to be playing from behind because then Idalou can just kind of start grinding it out and just taking the air out of the ball and make Idalou make mistakes. Try and force them to turn it over a couple of times and kind of put them on their heels a little bit. I think a couple of the keys to the game tonight, and we'll finish this conversation, but I think we're about to have the national anthem. So let's take a quick pause for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Remove your caps as the Abernathy band will honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And there you have it, the final notes of tonight's national anthem performed by that award-winning Abernathy Antelope marching band. Just about ready for football, and Chance, an absolute gorgeous night here in West Texas. This is what fall is supposed to feel like. We're finally experiencing a little bit of that. Now, it is important to note, I was looking at it a little bit ago, there is a front that's moving this way from kind of the northeast, and kind of projected to be here 8:15, 8:30-ish. Supposed to cool things off a little bit. The wind maybe pick up a little bit, so we'll keep an eye on that as the evening goes along. But right now, the field mostly shaded, and it is just a perfect night for high school football here in early October, as Abernathy going to be wearing the all-maroon home look, trimmed in white. We say it every week. Painfully say, very Texas A&M-esque looking Abernathy Antelope team as they take the field. And I always joke, we wear our maroon on Fridays, put on our red and black on Saturdays. But Idalou going to be donning their traditional all-whites trimmed in Idalou green. So 12 minutes on the clock, and Chance, we've talked about it about as much as we can. We're about ready for football here. The Antelopes and the Wildcats to open district play here tonight. from Antelope Stadium as both of these teams try to get kind of back on track a little bit after disappointing losses last time out 2 weeks ago. It'll be Idalou to return this opening kickoff. They'll run it back left to right as you watch on the Abernathy Antelope Sports Network tonight as the Antelopes kick it right to left. Is looking at the flag right now, Chance, it is laying limp as it is a gorgeous steel night as of now here at Antelope Stadium.
Get your Antelope Spirit supplies on the north end of the stadium. Show your Antelope pride.
There's a late arriving Idalou crowd across the way. It's filling in somewhat, but a proud football tradition for Idalou. Expect them to have a big crowd tonight. And as always, Abernathy turns out in droves when they are at home, especially. And so a big crowd here tonight for the Abernathy Antelopes as well. Chance, you and I both had little ones help lead the Antelopes onto the field tonight as well. The little Lopes, if you will, running through the tunnel. That's always an exciting thing for them and a cool tradition that they have here in Abernathy as well.
Yeah, it's definitely a super cool tradition. I know it helps those little Lopes look up to these big Lopes and give them something to look forward to as they grow up here in this fine Abernathy community.
As don't know exactly what the break is here before we kick it off, but we're just about set.
They didn't have a football.
Oh, they didn't have a football. Well, I guess
that's the key to the game. You got to have one of those.
that could be a problem. Antelope set to kick it off. Levi Carrillo going to put his foot into it, and we are underway. An end-over-end kick that is returnable from about the 10-yard line. A little pitch. No, it's a fake pitch reverse, and it faked me out. It fakes the Antelope return team out as well, as getting the edge on the far side for Idalou is number 5. That's Cash Kuntz, a good run back. It'll be good starting field position for the Idalou Wildcats.
Yeah, Levi was honest there after hitting that boot. He stayed back and played safety and was able to push him out of bounds over there on the far side. You know, we were talking earlier, Ty, kind of about keys to the game, and you said it, you know, kind of putting Idalou out of tempo. We got to stay in the game, stay consistent, and just really control the pace of things tonight.
Idalou led by quarterback Tate Hindley on the field. Is a little bit of movement right around the line of scrimmage before the snap. In the shotgun is Hindley. He hands it off right up the middle and kind of following the big guys up front. Nothing fancy. That's number 44, Gentry Pounds, pushing his way for about 6 on first down. Right out near midfield. It'll be 2nd down and 4 coming up. We have a quick stoppage of play, though. It's
like the play clock's messed up.
Well, we're kind of limping into the start of this one. No football and a malfunctioning play clock to get things started here tonight. Hopefully they can get that sorted out. I know if not, they are able to keep that down on the field, but I'm sure that that's not an official's preference.
Yeah, it looks like they got one of them fixed. One of them's not working over here on the north end zone.
Just underway tonight from Antelope Stadium here in Abernathy, Texas. District opener for both teams, and at district play actually kicking off last night. You mentioned it, Chance, in the pregame, but one of the teams that is going to be in the mix, the Roosevelt Eagles, they got off to a 1-0 start with a 28-21 win over the Stanton Buffaloes. A rare Thursday night district ball game, at least in the smaller classifications. And I think we're still having issues with the play clock. They may keep it on the field for now. Hindley is in the gun. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff, but there was nobody there, and he's going to run it for a first down around the left side into Antelope territory across the 45-yard line down to the 43. And that's too easy if you're the Antelope defense. He went 5 yards before anybody really even touched him.
Yeah, they're coming out and definitely running the ball. Like I said, they're still going to do that. They're going to keep us honest, but look for them to try to start airing it out here pretty quick.
Hindley again in the gun with trips to the near side. 3 receiver spread. Another quarterback keeper to the middle of the field, and a good open field tackle there for the Antelopes. Number 4, Carson Curry, coming up after a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down and 7 coming up for the Wildcats. Takes it down to about the 40-yard line. Clock rolls, just over a minute gone by here in the opening quarter. Perfect setting for football here tonight. Hindley again going to be in the gun. Again, movement right at the line of scrimmage. Trying to fool the Antelopes. The Quarterback sweep going that direction and getting the corner and getting a first down. Once again is Tate Hindley, the senior, 5'11", 162 pounds. And right now, he's making it look easy. It's a first down run for the Wildcats.
Yeah, the Wildcats must have watched some film and seen something on the run plays, and they're just moving some guys in motion, and I think they're just kind of playing a numbers game there. And if they back the numbers that match up, they're going to run the ball, it looks like.
In the gun is Hindley. They spread two receivers wide to the near side. A handoff going to Pounds in the middle. The Antelopes waiting on it that time. You had Curry, among others, there for Abernathy. A gain of 3, though. It'll be second down and 7. As that Kelton Carver, good to hear his name. He's also in on that tackle for the Antelopes. He's been out the last couple of weeks due to injury. In the gun again is Hindley. He takes the snap. Another handoff to the middle of the field, and Abernathy bottles him up relatively quickly. So I believe it was that Ponciano that came up to make the stop short of the sticks. Big third down. Don't know what kind of kicking game Idalou has. This may be 2-down territory to get a couple of yards. We'll see. But third down and a couple coming up for the Wildcats.
Yeah, they haven't even attempted to put the ball in the air, even looked like it. So I expect them to run it here on these next 2 downs.
In the gun is Hindley. He takes the snap. He's coming to the near side on the quarterback keeper. Abernathy defensively tries to stretch with him, getting the edge, getting a first down inside the 10, down close to the 5. And right now it's nothing fancy for the Wildcat. It's the Tate Hindley show.
Yeah, it's a Tate Hindley show for sure. They just, like I said, they're playing a numbers game. They're moving guys back from one side to the other, and I think they're just seeing if they can overload it and if they can get that gash. And I think they're going to go for 5-6 yards every time, and we definitely can't let them do that all night.
In the gun again is Hindley. Handoff to Pounds right up the middle, forcing towards the goal line. Abernathy trying to make a stop, but the offensive line pushes Pounds into the end zone, and it is an Idalou touchdown. And the Wildcats say game on, Chance. They promptly drive it about 55 yards on this opening drive in just under 3 minutes. And now the offense staying on the field, swinging things around a little bit. Going to go for a 2-point conversion. There's the snap to Hindley. A screen pass to the far side, and flags fly. Idalou may have been offsides. Is that what they called?
Yeah, I think it's maybe a false start, but I don't know. I missed it.
There's the signal.
Yeah.
So now they're going to kick it.
Yep.
As Idalou trying to catch the Antelope defense napping and steal a point, but now you're going to kick it. And now maybe you get a break. It makes the PAT just a little bit more difficult. You never know when a missed PAT could come up big in a game like this, so back them up 5 yards.
Maybe get a block here.
Bad snap. The kick is up. It's end over end, and it's good. 9:09 left to play in the first quarter, 7-0. The Wildcats of Idalou strike first. We'll take a timeout and come back. You're listening to Abernathy Antelope football.
You don't have to travel across the state to find a used car. South Plains Auto Ranch right here in Abernathy has you covered. Austin and his team are ready to go to work for you to get you in your new ride. With in-house financing available, South Plains Auto Ranch is a win-win situation. Come see us today on South Avenue D in Abernathy or give us a call at 806-298-2200. We are behind the Lopes and the Lady Lopes this season.
And once again, good evening and welcome back here to Antelope Stadium in Abernathy, Texas, as Tate Hindley on the heels of his legs at quarterback leads the Idalou Wildcats down the field. And they get into the end zone in about 3 minutes on this opening drive of the game. Antelope's back to return. Going to go right to left on your dial here. As there's the kickoff, end over end, returnable from about the 16. It's juggled, but then picked up, running it back, trying to get wide out there around the edge. As for the Antelopes, Austin Fisher running it back for Abernathy. And it will be first down and 10 for the Antelopes as they get it out close to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I think we need to see the Antelopes come out here and kind of control the tempo. That's one thing we've relied on so far this season is big plays. I think we need to come out here and string a long drive together and maybe not rely on the big plays so much tonight.
Keep the ball out of Idalou's hands, maybe.
Yes, definitely.
In the gun is Trejo. At quarterback, takes the snap. He hands it off. Up the gun. There's a big hole in the middle of that offensive front. Good job blocking by the big boys up front. Lance Ponciano gets close to a first down. It is a first down for the Antelopes. Our first downs on the broadcast this season brought to you by Nutrien Ag Solutions. First down and 10, Abernathy. They move it out to the 40, just a gain of about 10.5 on the run for Ponciano. In the gun again is Trejo. Trejo's going to take the snap. He's going to again hand it off into the middle. This time the Idalou defense is waiting on him. Number 81, Carter Crump, the first one there for the Wildcats. Go ahead, Chance.
Yeah, not much doing there. Idalou's defense just kind of broke their offensive line, and so I think they were expecting run on that play.
Gain of 1, second down and 9 coming up here for the Antelopes. In the gun is Trejo, trips to the far side. Couple guys in the backfield with Trejo as well. Fakes the handoff. He looks to throw for the first time. Scrambles out of the pocket. This one may come back. His flag flies in the backfield as Trejo does get the edge and pick up positive yardage before he's run out of bounds on the far sideline. But we'll check the penalty. It was thrown in the area of holding, but we'll check it out and see here.
I think that's what it's going to be. And Trejo did a good job just to kind of get outside the pocket and get as many yards as he could. But I think that's what it's going to be.
Holding on the Antelopes. And we talked about it. You can't beat yourself against a team like Idalou. One way you beat yourself is penalties. And hopefully the Antelopes don't struggle with that here tonight. Failed to mention our pregame show tonight was brought to you by Clark Riley Insurance. We picked them up as a sponsor this last week. So thankful for Clark Riley Insurance and all of our sponsors that help make these broadcasts possible. 8:07 left to play here in the first quarter from Antelope Stadium in Abernathy. Abernathy now backed up behind the line, Chance, facing a 2nd and 19 after the penalty from the 30. In the gun is Trejo. He hands it off to Ponciano, and just nothing doing to the near side for Ponciano.
Yeah, 55 for Idalou kind of blew that play up right from the start. He came in off the edge, and that was basically in the backfield as soon as Ponciano got the ball.
Jacob Gonzalez on the stop, as you mentioned. Third down and a long ways for the Antelopes. Third down and 17.
If you want to make it a two-down territory, you're going to have to get a big chunk of yards right here to even make an effort for it to maybe go for it on fourth down.
Need to get to almost Hell Center to move the chains. Third down and long. In the gun is Trejo. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks to throw. Flush from the pocket. Now he's running for his life. And, man, that guy was fast. Chasing Trejo down from behind for the Wildcats.
Yeah. Looks like, number 9, Lucas Jarnigan from Idalou. He was hunting Trejo down from the moment he saw it. I think it was kind of a delayed blitz. They were expecting pass on that one, and they just put a spy on the quarterback. And as soon as he saw him drop back, he just came right through the middle of the line of scrimmage.
So a 3-and-out. Well, not a 3-and-out. Abernathy did pick up one first down, but then a 3-and-out, and the Antelope's going to be forced to punt. And if you're looking at the field position battle here, early Chance, it's favoring the Idalou Wildcats. They're coming after the punt, and Abernathy's not going to get it away. I don't know if that was supposed to be a fake, but Brody Shadden caught the snap and then saw the pressure coming, and he just kind of ran right into it. And unfortunately, Abernathy, a special teams blunder, and this one going from bad to worse here early.
Yeah, one of the things we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast was can't hurt ourselves with mistakes or penalties, and we've had a couple of those early here. So hopefully our defense can step up here and maybe get a big stop on giving a short field to Idalou here.
From the 22-yard line, a short field, as you mentioned, for the Cats. 6:44 left to play here in the first quarter. In the shotgun, there's movement up front. Nobody offsides, though. And handoff going to the middle. It's Pounds again inside the 20 as he just puts his head down to the 18 and picks up 4. Second down and 6 coming up for the Antelopes, and nothing fancy. This is we spent our entire pregame talking about how it's a different-looking Idalou team. This looks like the Idalou Wildcats of old, Chance.
Yeah, all they've done is come up here and line up and try to run it. Like I said, play a numbers game and run it, but it looks like here they're spreading it out to the far side, and we may see some passing action here on this down.
In the gun, there's the snap, and Henley going to keep it. This time Abernathy there, though. Number 14 for the Antelope defense, as that is Dane Provost. As we're seeing Dane Provost, when we mentioned Chance, for the first time since the first week of the season, and he comes up with his first tackle there.
Yeah, that's something, like you said, we're going to have some of those guys that have been out coming in and stepping up and making big plays, and Provost did it right there.
Big third down here for this Antelope defense as they look to try and salvage a little bit of momentum. 5:38 left to play in the first quarter. In the shotgun is Hindley. Now quick man receiver going out into the slot, throws it up towards that direction, and there was a wide open Wildcat receiver, but just out of the outstretched arms, streaking into the end zone, was number 9 for Idalou. That was Lucas Jarnigan, and he had 4 steps on the defender. Luckily, couldn't quite haul it in.
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier, he was the one on defense that kind of chased down Trejo, and he was fast, and he got a couple steps on our DB, and just like you said, kind of a beautiful throw, but just a little bit too far out of the outstretched hands there.
Huge play on 4th down. Looking to throw is Henley. He's hit as he throws to the far sideline. It's caught. It'll depend on the spot, and it is right at the sticks. If they give him forward progress, I think he's got it, Chance.
Yeah, I think he does have it. That was pretty good play call there by Idalou. They kind of told that guy, run an out route right at the sticks, and that's where he ended up.
Abernathy brought the blitz that time, trying to force it, and Henley made a good throw with a couple of defenders right in his face. First down and 10 for the Wildcats. That was a chance for the Antelope defense, but they can't get off the field. 1st and 10 from the 12. In the shotgun is Hindley. There's the snap. There's the handoff coming to the near side, and for the first time, we see number 10 for the Wildcats. That's Blake Dias, and he picks up a chunk of 7. 2nd down and 3 coming up for Idalou.
Yeah, on that 4th down play there, Ty, I mean, Abernathy really did all they could. They kind of played it tight, sent men in blitz, and we just weren't able to get to the quarterback. And that's kind of saying, hey, if you beat us over the top, you beat us. But everybody did their job, and Idalou made a good play.
4.5 minutes left to play in the quarter. Henley hands it off up the middle. It's Pounds for the 2nd time tonight, right up the middle into the end zone, and it's 13-0. The Wildcats on the board again, as he takes it in from about 4 yards out. And Chance, right now, Abernathy with no answer. They're going to keep the offense again on the field. They went off sides last time. They spread out spread out everywhere, and now at the last minute, are they going to bring the kicking unit onto the field? It looks like they will. Never quite understood the point of that if you're going to end up kicking it anyway.
Yeah, I guess they're maybe trying to, like you said, sneak one in, sneak an extra point in there, with running the 2-point conversion, but doesn't really make sense, and you're kind of risking not being able to get on the field, but they were able to still get that extra point.
PAT's good. 4:26 left, 14-0 here in the first quarter in favor of the Wildcats. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Abernathy Antelope Football.
One of Abernathy's longest-standing businesses is First State Bank. People have been choosing First State Bank for all of their financial and banking needs since 1909. We are proud to be locally owned and operated, and we have 3 locations across the area to serve you. Abernathy's First State Bank is a longtime supporter of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes and wish them the best of luck this season. If we can serve you in any way, drop by and see us at 402 9th Street in Abernathy, or give us a call at 806-298-2556.
And welcome back here to Antelope Stadium in Abernathy, Texas. And Chance, we've played 2 offensive drives for the Wildcats. They've already got 70 yards on the ground here in the first less than 10 minutes of this ball game, as Jarek Avila helping us out with some stats behind the scenes here tonight, and he lets us know that's a big number for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it's definitely a big number, especially still in the first quarter. They've kind of controlled the pace of the game on offense and defense and special teams with that big blocked punt. And so if we want to stay in this game, we can't. We're going to have to get on some momentum here on offense.
Wildcats high end over end kick. That's going to sail through the end zone. And I think that front's blowing in chances. The wind blowing straight out of the north. It's cooled off quite a bit. And with the wind at his back, Idalou boots that one through the end zone. .4:26 left to play here in the first quarter. That kickoff on the broadcast is brought to you by the First State Bank in Abernathy. Go see First State Bank for all your banking needs. 4:26 left to go. See if the Antelopes have any offensive tricks up their sleeves as Trejo is in the gun. He takes the snap and hands it off up the middle. That's Rolando Martinez out of the Antelope backfield. Picks up a nice gain on first down, and it'll be 2nd down and 4. You know, last year, Rolando, a guy that we saw a lot come out of that Antelope backfield, so you know he's capable and maybe somebody the Antelope can turn to with Monkey out of the lineup. Another snap in the shotgun. That's a direct snap. And I don't know, the one before that might have been as well, a direct snap to Rolando, and he runs it for a first down, a Nutrient Ag Solutions first down across the 35-yard line.
Yeah, that looks like Abernathy. Trejo's over here on the sideline. I'm just now seeing this. He's on the sideline. It doesn't look like anything's wrong, but looks like Abernathy's trying to mix it up here and maybe run some Wildcat and just try to beat him on the ground here.
Now, just as you say that, Trejo, no, that's not Trejo going to come in. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll see what this looks like. 3:35 to go in the first quarter, and Rolando Martinez in that Antelope backfield. There's the snap to Rolando. He kind of juggles it, and then he hands it off. Hands it off to Ponciano, who takes it right back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. And it'll be 2nd down and 10.
It looks like Abernathy's maybe trying to do the same thing Idalou was doing here, playing a numbers game and just counting the guys in the box. It looks like they're thinking that they can maybe work them over with the run game here. I'm not sure what's going on.
Under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. In the shotgun is Martinez. He takes the snap, and he's going to run it again. And he takes it out close to the 40-yard line, maybe just shy. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 after a gain of 3. With Lucas Jarnigan all over the field for the Wildcats, in on another tackle there. And it's 3rd down and 7. We'll see what the Antelopes do here.
I think they're just committed to the run. It looks like Trejo's. Is he back in there? No.
I'm looking for Trejo right now. Now we've got a whistle and a timeout. Maybe the timeout will give us a chance to figure out what is going on here. Well, where is Trejo? I don't even see him.
Right here, yeah.
Yeah, he's down on the sideline. Like you said, he appears to be okay, but Rolando Martinez in, you call it at quarterback, but it's just kind of been more of, like you said, a Wildcat, snap it to him and let him run, much like Tate Hindley has done for the Wildcats here to open things up.
I don't know if it's really trying to get a spark on offense, and they're just trying to do something that's going to give them some positive. Like I said, those long drives to where we're kind of keeping Idalou's offense off the field. But with the 3rd and long here, I'm not sure just committing to the run is going to be the right call. But like I said, that's why they don't pay us the big bucks to coach the games, Ty. We're just up here in the broadcast booth, and so we'll trust the coaches on what they're doing down there. And hopefully it may be 2-down territory, you know. They may just go ahead and commit to know we're going to have 2 plays here. But it does look like Trejo's back on the field.
That's why we have a face for radio, Chance.
That's right.
3rd down and 7 for the Antelopes. Trejo back in at quarterback. He's definitely your throwing quarterback. And a guy that you want to keep healthy. And so you don't want to just repeatedly run him and risk injury as well. So this may be a throwing down on 3rd down and 7. And now Abernathy had them a little confused as well, as the Wildcats are going to take a timeout.
While they're in a timeout, let's update some scores. It looks like, as we talked about in the pregame, Littlefield one of the favorites, and they are ranked now number 10th in 3A Division II. They're putting it on Kahoma already. It's still the first quarter, and they're already up 20-0.
Wow!
And that game is in Littlefield.
Just want to say thank you to St. Clair and Massey Orthodontics in Lubbock, along with Lambert Insurance here in A-Town, the Junkin Farmers Market, Nana's Donuts, Vista Bank, Webb Vision Center of Plainview, Hill Vet Services, and the Abernathy Little League, all proud supporters of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes. Ooh, there was a score. Did you hear that? Bushland is now up 14-0, which I knew that was going to be a tough game for Muleshoe. Bushland, they've always their one loss this year, I think, was to Canadian, and everybody loses to Canadian.
Yeah,
so.
Canadians beating Childress right now 21-0, so we know they're the real deal for sure.
In the gun here on 3rd down and 7 out of a couple of timeouts. Going to run with it to the near side. It's Rolando back in there, Chance. That time taking the snap. He was down.
I'm not sure if they're saying he was. He was down. The ref saying he was down. It was a fumble, but it looks like he was down before the ball came out.
As Coach Wiley getting scolded a little bit by the line judge as he was yelling he's down, and the line judge says, "I got it." And Coach Wiley saying, "Well, then say he's down." Don't blame Wiley there. It was not a very clear he's down call, but it's going to be 4th down nonetheless, and probably a punting situation here for the Antelopes.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. You know, we sent Trey Hill out, and then they called a timeout, and then out of the timeout, Trey Hill came back off the field. So I'm not sure what was going on, if we were just trying to play a back and forth there with Idalou, but definitely a punt situation with 4th and long here.
Brody Shadden set to punt. This time he does get away a line drive kick. It's end over end, into the wind from the 28-yard line. Tons of room around the left side. Another big special teams playing Chance. He may go to the house. Untouched. It is a foot race to the end zone, and it is a touchdown. That is the speedy Jensen Davis taking it 60 yards to the house on the Brody Shadden punt, and it's a 3-touchdown first quarter for the Wildcats.
Yeah, tough break there for Abernathy. I mean, he went right to the far side, and like you said, untouched. Didn't have anybody over there. Brody tried to force him back to the inside, but there wasn't anybody on Abernathy's side to kind of bring him down, and he just won the foot race there at the end.
As the PAT for the Cats, it's up, and it is good. With 1:13 left here in the first quarter, it's all Idalou as they lead the Antelopes now 21-0. We'll take a timeout and come back. You're listening to Antelope Football.
At Abernathy's First Baptist Church, our mission is to love God, love people, and to tell the world. Our pastor is Damon Pierce, and we meet for Sunday school at 9:30 and worship at 10:45. We offer a number of kids and youth activities, as well as a Wednesday night Bible study at 6 p.m. We'd love to welcome you and your family to Abernathy's First Baptist Church. If you have any questions about our church, feel free to give us a call at 806-298-2587. We are proud of our community and our young people, and we wish the Lopes and Lady Lopes the best of luck this school year.
And welcome back here to Antelope Stadium in Abernathy, Texas. And Chance, we talked about one of the keys to the game is not playing from behind. Well, throw that key to the game out the window. The Antelopes in a 21-0 first quarter hole.
Yeah, we're definitely playing from behind, and like we talked about too, you just got to get some momentum going, and we haven't been able to do that on offense or on defense. You know, on defense, Idalou's kind of been running at will, which we didn't expect them to do, but still at the same time, you know, you got to make adjustments. And on offense, you know, haven't been able to get the ball rolling. We came out passing at first, and then we came out in the Wildcat for the second one, and so I'm curious to see. We're getting the ball back here with just over a minute in the first quarter, and so we're going to have to put something together here, Ty.
End over end kick goes through the end zone for another touchback. That kickoff brought to you by First State Bank in Abernathy. And a Chance, this has been a pretty brutal 5-quarter stretch for the Antelopes. The last 5 quarters, they've now been outscored 68-0 as the Antelopes desperately needing something good to happen. It's dating back to that 47-0 loss against Muleshoe 2 weeks ago. In the gun, as Trejo is back in at quarterback, handing it off to Ponciano, who's trying to pick his way through traffic. And he gets it out across the 25-yard line to the 26, maybe the 27. a tough run for Ponciano just to get 2. And we've got a stoppage of play for some reason, as Idalou is going to take a timeout here, it looks like, with 54 and a half seconds left to play in the quarter. Let's take a quick break as well. This is Abernathy Antelope football.
The Abernathy community has trusted Abel Funeral Home and Flower Shop since 1991. Todd and his team bless many families by assisting them with funeral planning and services, while Carly and her crew at the Flower Shop have you covered with flowers, gifts, registries, and so much more. Both are locally owned and operated and are proud supporters of the Antelopes and Lady Lopes. If Abel's Funeral Home or Flower Shop can serve you in any way, give us a call today or come see us near the corner of 16th Street and Avenue D in Abernathy. At Abel's Funeral Home and Flower Shop, we are cheering the Antelopes and Lady Lopes on to victory this season.
Okay, welcome back here. Second down facing the Antelopes, another handoff. There's a hole in the middle of the field. Good blocking up front by Carver and company, as taking it for a Nutrien Ag Solutions first down is Ponciano.
Yeah, that's a big run there by number 12, and him just weaving his way through those blocks to get 8 or 9 yards there and get the first down. And it feels like we're getting some momentum here, and as we're getting some momentum, it feels like that cold front is coming in here, Ty.
Maybe the Antelopes are going to heat up as the temperature cools down. I'm wearing shorts and a short sleeve shirt. I didn't even bring a jacket. Not quite. I'm ready for fall, but not quite ready for fall, I guess. In the gun is Trejo. He takes the snap. Fake handoff. Trejo going to keep it around the edge, and he is going to be pushed backwards by 2 or 3 different white jerseys after a gain of just 1. An Abernathy chance, which I think is interesting because really when they've been successful on offense, they've thrown the ball well, and they're not looking to go to the air at all here in the first 12 minutes.
Yeah, I think both teams must have saw something in the scouting reports and said, let's try to run the ball, because that's definitely what Idalou has done, and it's for sure what Abernathy has done early on in this game.
And it's worked out a little bit better for the Wildcats through 12 minutes. 21-0 Idalou after 1. We'll take a timeout and come back. You're listening to Abernathy Antelope football on the Abernathy Antelope Sports Network.
If you are in need of a cool down, you need to give your friends at JC Refrigeration Cooling and Heating a call. As a South Plains leader in heating and air conditioning services, we can handle all of your needs, big or small. We specialize in residential, light commercial, and mobile home services. Give us a call today at 806-744-9855 or come see us at 1606 North University Avenue in Lubbock. JC Refrigeration, Cooling, and Heating is a proud supporter of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes.
And once again, welcome back here at Antelope Stadium. Start of the second quarter. Ty Horsford, Chance Rocha, Travis Wickenden, and Jarek Avila back with you here tonight at Antelope Stadium in Abernathy. Abernathy facing a second down and 9. Trejo out of the gun, rolls to the near side. Now looking to throw. He's being chased, and everybody covered up, and Trejo takes a shot behind the line of scrimmage for the sack.
Yeah, that was number 9, Lucas Jarnigan again, and he was just hunting Trejo down from behind and came from the blind side, and Trejo did not see him. And he was winding up to make a throw, and luckily he was able to tuck that ball back in when he took a hit.
11 and a half minutes left to play here in the first half, and Abernathy chance desperately needing something good to happen. 3rd down and 10 after the sack. Trips, 3 receivers set to the near side of the field, and what do we got?
I think it's going to be a false start on Abernathy, which is not good,
Flag
especially
fly.
when you had a 3rd and long already.
Abernathy, they do have a couple of first downs tonight, but as a whole, the struggles have been real on offense, unfortunately. It's going to back the Antelopes up 5 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 15 as that backs it up to the 31-yard line of Abernathy.
Yeah, big 3rd down here. If we can get it within 4th and manageable, we may go for it, but big 3rd down right here.
In the shotgun is Trejo. Empty backfield, looks to throw, now scrambles, throws it down the field. He's got a receiver. It's overthrown. It hit a Wildcat receiver right in the breadbasket. And he may have dropped that on purpose because they may get better field position if he doesn't pick that off, and it's 4th down for the Antelopes.
Yeah, we had a handful of Antelope receivers kind of bunched up, and all of them kind of turned around. They didn't know which one the ball was going through there. And I think that was the first real throw that Trejo has made tonight. And,
And the kid has a gun.
He does. It was a good throw, but I think, like I said, it's a little confusion on the receiver side there. And so another punt coming up from Abernathy.
Bad punt to Brody. We've already had one that went awry. This one goes straight up and straight out of bounds. And just about everything that can go wrong right now for the Antelopes is going wrong, and it's going to be good field position again for the Wildcats. As Abernathy, they were lucky to just get that punt off. A bad snap, and they had an opportunity there. They were kicking with the wind at their back, but couldn't take advantage. And good starting field position once again for Idalou.
Yeah, we're going to need some of these veteran guys on defense to step up and get a big stop right here. We can't let Idalou get in the end zone again here before half.
Somebody's got to step up and be a leader, Chance. Who's it going to be for the Antelopes? Before this one gets out of hand, in the shotgun, handoff up the middle, a gaping hole as just domination up front by the offensive line for Idalou. It's a first down run. Dias, the ball carrier, once again. No huddle to the line of scrimmage. Henley takes the snap. Henley goes around the left, and we may finally get helped out with Idalou hurting themselves as a flag comes in the area.
Looks like it may be a hold, yep. Yeah, holding on number 9. He's made a lot of plays, but he just made one mistake tonight for Idalou, but that's going to help out Abernathy here, so it'll back him up about 10 yards. It looks like Idalou's doing everything they can to keep the pace of the game as quick as possible. They're getting up to the line and calling a play very, very quickly, not getting in a huddle at all. And like I said, just playing a numbers game. Wherever the weak side for the Abernathy defense is, that's what they're going after.
10:46 left to play here in the first half, 21-0. The Wildcats rolling right now, but a 10-yard penalty's got them facing first down and 20. As that's really the first mistake of any kind for Idalou. Another it's a fake handoff. Henley goes around the right side on the quarterback keeper, and he gets a lot of the penalty yardage back as he gets close to the 40-yard line. A gain of about 7. It'll be second down and 13 coming up for the Wildcats. Another tackle for Provost. And it's second down and 13 for Idalou. In the shotgun, there's the snap to Henley. He hands it off to the middle as the handoff goes to Idalou's number 10, Blake Dias again. And Dias only a couple of yards, and you've got a chance here. Third down and long coming up for Idalou. Third down and 11 from the 39-yard line.
Yeah, big third down here for Abernathy. If we can get the Wildcats off the field and get a stop here, and hopefully if you can hold them, I think if they get a good chunk, they're going to go for it on fourth down, especially in plus territory. But if we stop them here, we may see a punt attempt from the Wildcats.
9.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Antelope fans making some noise, and Tate Henley looking to the sideline. There's 2 on the play clock. I don't know that they have any timeouts. I know they've taken at least 2, and they may have just taken.
I think they took their final timeout just now.
Yeah, I guess so. As the white hat official was pointing to the Antelope side for some reason. I'm not exactly sure what was going on there, but timeout taken by the Wildcats. So with 9:21 left in the half, they are now out of timeouts, are the Wildcats, and so they can't do that anymore. And it'll be a third down and long facing Idalou out of the break. So you mentioned Chance Littlefield off to a good start tonight against Coahoma. Roosevelt won last night. And you've got Idalou and the Antelopes doing battle here, and right now looking good for the Wildcats, although there's lots of football left, and things can change, especially at home. So you really just need to have something happen here, I feel like, to get yourself a little bit of momentum, force a turnover or get a big play on special teams, something to just kind of get the mojo going in the right direction.
Yeah, some of that Antelope magic going in our direction for sure. And, they scored 21 points in the first quarter. I mean, it can happen just as quickly as they scored. The Lopes can get on the board, but it all starts right here on this third down play.
3rd and long, 3rd down and 11. Idalou out of timeouts. In the gun is Hindley. He takes the snap, looking to throw a quick, right over the middle to a slot receiver. Abernathy not ready for it, neither was I. Wide open, Jensen Davis, number 11. He's the one who returned the punt 60 yards a minute ago, and he easily picks up a first down.
Yeah, he does. He's not a big guy, but he is definitely a speedster, and he found a seam and definitely used it to the Wildcats' advantage. Tate Hindley, very good throwing the ball, and just a well-drawn-up play there by the Wildcats, unfortunately for the Lopes.
He threw for 260 against Shallow Water, so you know he can. Hindley is in the gun. He takes the snap. It's going to be the quarterback keeper around the right side. The Antelope defense does a good job stretching him, but then he kind of misdirects back towards the middle of the field and gets down close to the 10-yard line and picks up 5 more.
Yeah, so the big stop we needed there didn't come, but if we can keep them out of the end zone, maybe keep them to a field goal, that would be very fortunate for the Lopes here. But big second down.
2nd and 5, another handoff. Coming to the near side, it is Pounds, who's already got a couple of touchdown runs tonight, and he takes it just shy of the 5-yard line, about 1.5 yards short of the sticks. It's 3rd down and short coming up here for Idalou, probably 2-down territory for the Wildcats.
Yeah, I would expect it there. Yeah, Pounds ran it right up the middle, and he was met by number 4, Carson Curry, and still was able to get some yards, but I think you're right, 2-down territory here. It's only a 1 or 2 yard until you get the first down, and then they'll have about 5 or so to get into the end zone.
As Hindley going to keep it this time, the Antelopes there, Chance, and I don't think Hindley got to the sticks. That's a good job defensively up front there by Abernathy.
Yeah, number 50, Dyson Garcia, came through and stopped him in the backfield. So it may have been a loss depending on the spot. They may have given him forward progress, so it may be a 4th and 2.
Opportunity here for the Antelope defense on 4th down and short. Snap goes to Hindley, handoff to Pounds. They got to Pounds in the backfield, and I don't know that he got it. Chance, it will depend on the spot. He tried to reach it over, and he did get it.
Oh, it definitely looked like Carrillo got him in the backfield there. That was a big fight for number 44 Pounds, but Carrillo definitely wrapped him up in the backfield, and that was a pretty good spot there for the refs.
Abernathy had an opportunity, thought they were going to get off the field there. As like you said, Carrillo was there in the backfield. There's a snap ball on the ground. Hindley picks it up and just throws it away alertly. That's a good job by Hindley to throw it away, but he almost threw it to a defender.
Yeah, he did. It hit Austin Fisher in the hands, and I don't even think Austin knew the ball was coming. He was coming up to guard his receiver, and the ball was already there.
Tell you what, you need a 98-yard pick six. That could get you back into the ball game.
Yeah, that would definitely get the momentum back in Abernathy's favor. But 2 back-to-back plays that Idalou has looked very lackadaisical. So let's see if it'll be a 3rd.
Hindley in the gun, takes the snap, handoff to Pounds. Pounds up the middle, bounces around like a pinball into the end zone for another touchdown. And Idalou extends their lead to 27-0. 6:50 left to play here in the second quarter. The Wildcats on the board again and playing games again on the PAT. We'll see if they actually go for 2 this time or not. They're not. That's annoying. I don't like that.
I don't like it either, but I think, one of those things, it's a gameplay thing, and they practice it because they may have to do it at some point, so I can understand that side of it. But
maybe I'm just bitter down 27-0 as the PAT.
It was really blocked.
And no good. It's a lame duck that goes wide right, and so it'll be 27-0 Idalou. And we'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Abernathy Antelope Football.
The Abernathy Independent School District is the heartbeat of our community. As a TEA-recognized district, our students excel at the highest level on the field, in the classroom, in FFA and 4-H activities, band, and so much more. Abernathy ISD offers a variety of college-level and dual-credit courses to prepare our students for the future. We are proud of our students and wishing them the best of luck this season in all that they do. At Abernathy ISD, we are students today, leaders tomorrow, and antelopes forever.
And welcome back, Ty Horsford, Chance Rocha, another First State Bank kickoff here for the Idalou Wildcats on the Abernathy Antelope Sports Network. 6:50 to go until halftime. Idalou leads Abernathy 27-0. Wildcats, we talked about it during that last break, making a little bit of a statement here in the first half, putting the rest of the district on alert as a high end-over-end kick. It is not fair caught. It is received by Brody Shadden. Shadden trying to make something happen on special teams. And, hey, I like the aggressive play there by Shadden. He takes it out to midfield.
Yeah, he's trying to get the Lopes fired up over here, and I think that's the furthest we've got on the field. So we're at midfield. That's the closest we've got, so hopefully we can cross over that threshold and maybe get a drive going here.
6:43 left to play until halftime. Abernathy will get the ball to begin the third quarter, so you could get an opportunity here, chance to get a 2-for-1 if you're the Antelopes, if you play your cards right. I mean, you've got to start finding a way to stack scores together if you want to get back in this one.
Yeah, at 6 minutes, if we can score, hold them, and score, and then possibly get the ball back at half, that would be nice.
I like your optimism. Handoff goes to Ponciano in the middle of the field. He struggles up the middle for a couple to the 49-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and 8. And they have forgotten to start the clock. Either that or it's not working. I know we've had some clock issues tonight as well. Oh, it's not running for a reason. I guess there was a penalty on Idalou, evidently. I didn't see the flag come in. Because a 1-yard gain going to be a 5-yard gain thanks to a penalty, it would appear. Maybe an offsides, maybe a defensive offsides
Or
on
defensive
Idalou.
holding something. Yeah, it's 1st and 5.
6:27 to go here in the first half. Trejo is in the gun. Receivers bunched to the near side. The handoff goes. No, it doesn't go. It's a fake handoff, and Idalou not fooled. They get to Trejo behind the line of scrimmage on the quarterback keep.
Yeah, nothing doing on this side, and Trejo's slow to get up on this side, and that's definitely not something you want to see.
Blake Dias, number 10. And, Chance hobbling around pretty good is Trejo. We've talked about it. The Antelopes got to find a way to stay healthy because they just don't have the depth this season. And if you're without Trejo, you're putting yourself behind the 8 ball. Not that somebody can't step up, but he's a key to your success, I think.
Yeah, when you have somebody that's taking a majority of the snaps all season, off season, everything like that, you definitely want to keep him healthy.
He is on the field to take the snap. Empty backfield looking to throw. Airs it out down the sidelines, and Rolando Martinez the intended target, but the only one that got a hand on it was the defender, which was number 9, Lucas Jarnigan. Shocker.
Yeah, he's been all over the field tonight, and Rolando was kind of over here on the near sideline. Looked like he may have had a step, and Trejo led him a little bit too far to the inside of the field. But it looks like Trejo's definitely favoring that right leg.
It's 3rd down and about 7 coming up here for the Antelopes. 5:31 left to play until halftime. Chance, I'm glad we're in the press box. It's getting a little chilly outside. In the gun again is Trejo here on 3rd down, looking to throw over the middle. He's got a man in the seam, and that would have been 6. But not able to hold on over the middle of the field was number 25.
That's Caleb Brown. He was wide open.
And he got a little turned around. I think he was expecting the ball on the opposite shoulder and kind of got twisted up a little bit, but that was a big opportunity. Good route by Brown, just couldn't hook it up.
Yeah, he definitely made it up the seam, and as you said, he got twisted around, and he was banging his helmet a little bit there at the end of the play because he knew if he would have got both hands on that one, he would have had 6 points for the Lopes.
As it does appear like Abernathy, well, Brody was out there going to punt, but now the offense, I don't know what's happening.
Looks like we're taking a timeout.
Neither does Abernathy. The Antelope's going to take a timeout and try and decide on what to do here on 4th and 7 from near midfield. Gives us an opportunity to say thank you to some of our sponsors, St. Clair and Massey Orthodontics, Lambert Insurance, the Junkin Farmers Market, Nana's Donuts, Vista Bank, Web Vision Center of Plainview, Hill Vet here in Abernathy, and the Abernathy Little League, all proud supporters of the Antelopes and Lady Lopes.
Some updated scores. Littlefield still up against Cahoma. It's 27-6. It still says it's in the fourth quarter of that game, but I'm going to bet that's probably the second quarter there. And let's see other scores around. Canyon West Plains, the Wolves are beating an undefeated Seminole team 14-3 in district play.
West Plains is good. Shout out to former Abernathy family, Colby Chandler and company. He was a coach here a couple years ago, now the head baseball coach at West Plains, and another big special teams play by Idalou. The punt is blocked, scooped up by a Wildcat. And, man, in all phases of the game right now, Chance, it is all Idalou all the time.
It has been. It definitely has been. It seemed like that they just kind of had our number to start out with, and they haven't stopped. With about 5 minutes left here in the first quarter, we need to do something good here on defense and don't let them put any more points on the board and kind of go in at halftime and regroup and see what we can do in the second half.
As I think some of the Antelope fans that were in attendance tonight didn't come prepared for the cold front either. It looks like the stands have thinned out a little bit down below us.
Yeah, and like you said before, a lot of little Lopes here, so there's probably a lot of little ones that didn't have jackets, so they may be having to get home and get where it's warm.
As looking to throw is Henley to the near side. It's underthrown as in coverage that time for Abernathy. Number 10, that's Austin Fisher.
Yeah, he was all over it. Even if that pass would have been completed, it would have been a minimal game for sure.
Second down and 10 for Hindley and the Wildcats. 5:16 to play in the first half. In the shotgun is Hindley. He takes the snap. He hands it off up the middle near midfield. Number 10, the ball carrier. That's Blake Dias to midfield. And third down. Abernathy is yet to get a stop on third down. They did get one, but then Idalou converted on fourth. And so another chance here to get a third down stop for the Antelopes.
Yeah, third and long, but it seems like every time we say it's a big third down, Idalou either lines up and gets a big gash for 7 or 8 yards. So it's definitely still another big third down, but hopefully the Lopes can get a stop on this one.
In the shotgun is Hindley, empty backfield. Now Hindley being chased, flushed out of the pocket, points downfield, throws it up for a receiver, and that's good job defensively. Abernathy had everybody covered in the secondary, and it started with the pressure you were able to put on Hindley behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, 12, Lance Pontiano shot in from the defense like a rocket, and Hindley was just trying to guide a receiver out that he could get open to get rid of the ball, and luckily Abernathy's defense stepped up big there.
4:34 as the Antelopes force a punt. And it's a bad snap, but a good job by Hindley to go up and get it as our stuff blows everywhere, and Levi Carrillo just kind of haphazardly snags the punt out of the air and tries to run it back a little bit, but trying to just make something happen. It's a minimal return, though, for Carrillo as we almost just lost everything on our table as doors were opening and papers were blowing around, but it is – oh, there's a flag on the play, Chance. I missed that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what the flag is, and I'm not sure who it's on or what they're discussing over here, if it's on Abernathy or I think it may be on Abernathy after the Carrillo. No.
Maybe a block in the back or something in the return.
I'm not sure. Yeah, they're giving extra yardage here, possibly.
I don't know what they're doing.
Are they going to repunt it? I'm not. I don't think the refs know what the call is here.
As the
The ump's trying to spot the ball, and the refs are still talking about it.
oh, man. It's been one of those nights here in Abernathy, unfortunately.
Oh, so they got a first down. It was offsides on the punt on Abernathy, so first down, Idalou.
Wow.
Something good happens, and it gets taken away by a penalty there. I did not see that.
And really, Chance, and you don't want to beat a dead horse, but on a punt, that's just something you can't do.
No, you definitely can't, especially when we're getting off the field.
In the shotgun is Tate Hindley. He takes the snap, handoff goes up the middle, and fighting for yards is number 44, Gentry Pounds, who's got the hat trick, as you mentioned earlier, 3 first-half touchdown runs for Gentry Pounds, and he picks up 6 more.
Yeah, these other running backs that they have out there, 44 pounds and number 11, both of them, they're not big guys, but they run hard and fast.
Another handoff. We're going to see a heavy dose of handoffs, I think, as it goes up the middle. And number 50 for the Antelopes was there. That's Dyson Garcia, but then he was drug a few yards, and it's going to be another first down for Idalou under 4 minutes to play until halftime.
We talked about Idalou passing the ball a lot to start the season, and now with the way they've been running the ball and the points they put up so far, I don't think they're going to put the ball in the air too much the rest of the game.
As you say that, and they look to throw, Hindley wide open over the middle, and Abernathy got fortunate there as that was a good route by Idalou's, I think that might have been number 3, Logan Minell or Minnell, not sure how you say that.
Yeah, he was wide open, just kind of slightly overthrown there by Hindley. But as you said, right, as I said, they weren't going to put the ball in the air. They definitely did. And that's what Idalou's been doing. And, what you think they're going to do, they haven't done it. And they've kind of flipped the script on it, so-called, tonight for Abernathy.
As a handoff goes once again to Pounds up the gut to the 30-yard line. And it's going to be third down at about 6 after a 4-yard pickup.
I think they're expecting probably 2 more downs here. They'll probably go for it on 4th if they are able to nudge out 4 or 5 yards. I don't expect them to even do a pooch punt or anything like that here.
In the shotgun is Hindley. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Pounds, pulls it out, looking to throw. Ooh, he should have ran that ball as he flips a screen, incomplete to the near sideline, as there was a gap there, I think, for Hindley to run through, and he kind of slingshotted it to the sideline at the last minute. That was almost a forward pass past the line of scrimmage for Hindley.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking there. I think he was overthinking there on the quarterback play. He should have just taken what the defense gave him, but luckily for the Lopes, he made an errant pass and put them in a tough decision. 4th down here coming up for Idalou.
Opportunity for the Antelopes to get off the field again, trailing 27-0. In the shotgun is Hindley. Receiver spread out everywhere. He's going to run with it, and he is going to be wrapped up. And it'll depend on the spot, Chance, as he pulled a couple of defenders.
Man, I think he may have gotten it. They're going to give him a pretty decent spot here. And I think they're going to give him the first down.
They hadn't said yet. Yep, there it is.
Down.
Man. Abernathy yet to get off the field defensively.
And the first Abernathy defender there hit him about 3 yards short. And as you said, he kind of spun out of that and pushed forward and was able to get those extra 3 yards to get that first down there, Ty.
There's just Antelopes have just seemed to step behind all night long. 2:45 to play. Reverse. We both saw that one coming.
Yep.
And
ooh, big hit there, though.
running it to the middle of the field, and then a late flag.
Yeah, they're going to get somebody.
They're probably going to call a helmet-to-helmet or something here as the
think
flag
they're
flies
get
in.
55, I think, for jumping on the pile from Abernathy.
As 55.
And I'm not sure if he
Kelton
jumped
Harbor.
so much as falling on the pile. They picked the flag up, it looks like. I think they noticed that he wasn't being intentional, that it was just a kind of a fall on the pile type deal that happened. So
2:35 to play here in the second quarter. It's going to be second down and about 3 after the Wildcats pick up 7 on first down. In the shotgun, there's the snap to Henley, handoff to Pound. No, Henley kept it. And
got all the way in the end zone.
I was faked out, and so was the Antelope defense. Tate Henley runs it in for his first touchdown of the night. And Idalou continues to pour it on. It's 33-0.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, faked us out. But if Pounds has 3 touchdowns on the night, you're expecting them to hand it off to him up the middle. And great play call by Idalou just to run that fake handoff and get that quarterback out around the edge. And he was able to get in there for 6.
As the PAT is up and good. And with 2:17 to play in the first half, it is 34-0 Wildcats. We'll take a break. You're listening to Abernathy Football.
As a leader in the agriculture industry, Nutrient Ag Solutions is committed to helping West Texas growers reach their greatest potential. The professionals at Nutrient Ag Solutions pride themselves as being known as the ag retailer of the future with their focus on customer service. An emphasis is consistently placed on providing the best performing chemical, fertilizer, and seed products, financing programs, and second-to-none technology used in crop consulting and field application for their customers. With 6 retail locations located nearby, they are equipped with the experienced agronomists that are able to work alongside you to create the ideal plan for your operation. David Carver and his crew would like to say thank you for those that have entrusted them for years to service their needs, and would also like to wish the Antelopes a successful and blessed year.
Vibe going.
As welcome back, another First State Bank kickoff. 34-0. Idalou leads it over the Abernathy Antelopes, and Abernathy going to get one more opportunity on offense here before the half. And it is a pooch kick that is going to be caught at the 25-yard line. Abernathy trying to run it back, and Idalou is all over it. You hear some noise out of the Idalou faithful from across the way, and rightfully so. Their Wildcats have put on a first-half clinic here in the district opener.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about that off the air. It's kind of like Abernathy just can't get in the groove offense or defensively, and we're just going to have to get some kind of spark, whether it's a big play, big pass, big run, put some points on the board. It's been almost 6 quarters since we put some points on the board, and we can definitely use it here.
In the shotgun is Trejo. Trejo looking to throw with an empty backfield, swings it out to the near side. It's caught, and then making a nice move and turning it up the field after the catch.
That's Maverick Shadden, number 5.
Maverick Shadden picks up 5, maybe 6. It's going to be second down for the Antelopes. It's about as positive of a place we've had in the first half.
Yeah, and it can take something like that, just a quick out pass, seeing the ball going in the air, seeing us catching it, getting some positive yards, and like I said, just a little spark to get us going.
In the shotgun is Trejo, empty backfield. Trejo looks to throw again over the middle. He's got wide open receiver and through the hands of Rolando Martinez, and then lucky it's not picked off.
Yeah, Rolando, I think he saw that ball coming and tried to run before he caught it, and he may have been unsure about that safety behind him, worried about taking a big hit, but he's definitely beating himself up on dropping that pass there. That would have been a big gainer.
As in the gun again, 3rd down and 5. You don't want to give the ball back to Idalou the way they've been moving it. In the gun, empty backfield, looking to throw Trejo. Trejo steps up, flags fly, and the ball underthrown by quite a bit. We'll check the penalty.
I'm not sure what that's going to be. It may be holding on Abernathy. Could be defensive holding on Idalou too there.
Yeah, they're looking over. That was going to be a holding on Abernathy. I would suspect Idalou to probably decline that. And they will. The penalty is declined, and it will be 4th down. One more time for the Antelopes. 4th down and 5 with 91 seconds left here in the first half. And really, this is just one of those scenarios, Chance, where you really can't get to the locker room fast enough.
Yeah, we're going to have to regroup at halftime and kind of reevaluate the game plan from a overall perspective. And just like I said, try to figure out where that energy's at, where that positive play can come from, and look at the silver lining on things that have happened in the first half.
As set to punt it away into the wind, an end-over-end punt. Ooh, it almost hit a Wildcat. That would have been a nice break. And it's going to roll down, take an antelope bounce inside the 30, and roll dead at the 26-yard line. 1:15 to play here in the first half. 34-0, the Idalou Wildcats lead. And it'll be the Wildcats to take over, and we'll see how aggressive they are with 1:16 left, leading 34-0. And Chance, you talk about it. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility of getting back in the game, but whether you do or don't, you just want to see some signs of life or energy or something in the second half for these Antelopes. As in the shotgun is Hindley. Hindley looking to throw, scrambles around, looking. Now he is going to throw at the last minute, and he's got a receiver wide open near midfield, as that is number 10, Blake Dias.
Yeah, that was a very risky play by Hindley. He almost decided to run forward. He kept his eyes downfield, and he was able to find Dias just right at the last minute. It looks like Idalou's going to try to run a hurry up and maybe get in field goal range or even put some points on the board before half.
A minute left until halftime. Empty backfield. Hindley flush from the pocket, and he is going to be sacked. That's grounding.
Yep, they got it for grounding.
Flag,
they did.
As I was going to go down there and throw it for him if they weren't. And the pressure being put on, who is that? Number 55.
Dyson Garcia.
Dyson Garcia for the Antelope. He
made a big play. Hindley tried to make the smart play and throw the ball away, but he didn't have a receiver or anyone in the area, so they got him for grounding. So
that's a big penalty because that's a spot foul and a loss of down. So that's essentially a sack for Dyson Garcia.
Big play, and curious to see if Idalou continues to try to push the momentum and try to get downfield. With no timeouts, they really don't have a lot of time with 56 seconds left here, but the way that they're running up to the line, it looks like they're going to try to get as many plays in as possible.
In the gun is Hindley. Hindley rolling, looking to throw, and overthrows a crossing target, which was number 4, Cutter Houchin. Houchin comes in as one of the leading receivers for this Wildcat team, but he's without a catch so far tonight.
Well, you may still be in luck here if you're Abernathy. We still have one timeout, about 47 seconds left here, and it's third and forever for Idalou.
They would have to punt into what has turned into a pretty strong wind here as well. Seems like every time we've said third and long, Idalou's had something good happen. Let's hope it doesn't here. In the gun, handoff going up to the middle. See if Abernathy takes a timeout. And they will, as it's a short gain to the 36-yard line. And so with 41 seconds left, Abernathy going to make Idalou punt into that wind. Good job by Kelton Carver there getting the stop.
Yeah, that was a big play for sure. And like you said, I think Idalou just conceded fourth down on that one, kind of doing a run up the middle. But maybe this is the spark that Abernathy needs right here before half. You know, anything can happen. We may get through, break the line, block a punt, get some points on the board before halftime, and just try to get some of that energy, some of that Antelope magic, and something positive here for Abernathy before half.
Last time Idalou punted, which they ended up getting a first down off of it because it was an Abernathy penalty, but the punt itself was a little dicey. It was a bad snap, and they barely got it off, so hoping for something similar here.
Some updated scores. Looks like Littlefield's up now 41-13 on Cahoma. So they're putting it on Cahoma there. And that game's in Littlefield. Canadians up 35-0 on Childress. Just north of us, New Deal. It's halftime. They're winning 21-0 over Tahoka. And let's see, Canyon is kind of going up big on Seminole, an undefeated Seminole team. Canyon's up 28-3, and it's just before halftime there.
Tell you what, those West Plains Wolves, they're having a great season. And this is just, I believe, this is just their second season of varsity athletics. So that's impressive. The Antelopes brought the house as nobody was back to return the punt. And It was a sellout block for the Antelopes. They can't get to it. And I would assume Abernathy's probably going to take a knee and take this one into the half.
Yeah, that was a good punt into the wind. It was kind of a line drive punt there, but he flipped the field on it. So curious to see what Abernathy does do, if they just go out there and take a knee on it to get into half, or if they try to squeeze out some plays and see if we can get some magic before half.
34-0. The Abernathy Antelopes about to, it would appear, finish up 6 quarters, the last game and a half, with no points. And unfortunately, their opponents have, in that span, scored 81. That's a streak you don't want to talk about. In the shotgun is Trejo. Takes the snap with an empty backfield, scrambles out of the pocket. He's being chased from behind, throws it to the middle. It's deflected and incomplete.
Yeah, he did everything he could just to get that pass off, and actually a pretty good pass because he had a guy wrapped up around his waist, and Idalou kind of brought the blitz on that one. Trejo did have someone open, but like I said, with someone wrapped around your waist, it's hard to get the ball downfield.
Maverick Shadden, the intended target that time.
About 30 seconds left here before half.
In the shotgun is Trejo, and there's movement up front. Abernathy's pointing, saying Idalou drew us off, but I don't think that's going to be the call. Normally when they blow it dead like that, well, I don't know. There's a discussion being had about it. It's on Abernathy.
Yep, false start on Abernathy.
And Coach Wiley beside himself down there on the Antelope sideline. So that'll back the Antelopes up 5, and we'll see what they do here on 2nd and 15. There's the snap. There's a handoff coming to the near side. Nothing doing.
Yeah, it looks like Abernathy's just going to concede it into the half with not getting anything on that first play. It looks like they're just going to take it into the half.
And they don't have to snap it again if they don't want to.
And try to regroup here.
So that's going to bring us to the halftime chance with Abernathy trailing Idalou 34-0. And the Antelopes continue to struggle here. They're going to try and get one more snap off, and they do just get it off. Going to throw it down the field, air it out, and it is overthrown everybody and incomplete. And that will take us to the half with Abernathy trailing Idalou 34-0 after 24 minutes. Not much went wrong for the Wildcats in that first half, and Abernathy trails it by 34 here at the intermission. And so we'll take a timeout, catch our breath here at halftime. We'll come back and look at some first half statistics, a scoreboard update, and get you ready for the second half. 34-0 Idalou here at halftime.
One of Abernathy's longest-standing businesses is First State Bank. People have been choosing First State Bank for all of their financial and banking needs since 1909. We are proud to be locally owned and operated, and we have 3 locations across the area to serve you. Abernathy's First State Bank is a longtime supporter of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes and wish them the best of luck this season. If we can serve you in any way, drop by and see us at 402 9th Street in Abernathy or give us a call at 806-298-2556. The Abernathy community has trusted Abel Funeral Home and Flower Shop since 1991. Todd and his team bless many families by assisting them with funeral planning and services, while Carly and her crew at the Flower Shop have you covered with flowers, gifts, registries, and so much more. Both are locally owned and operated and are proud supporters of the Antelopes and Lady Lopes. If Abel's Funeral Home or Flower Shop can serve you in any way, give us a call today or come see us near the corner of 16th Street and Avenue D in Abernathy. At Abel's Funeral Home and Flower Shop, we are cheering the Antelopes and Lady Lopes on to victory this season. The Abernathy Independent School District is the heartbeat of our community. As a TEA-recognized district, our students excel at the highest level on the field, in the classroom, in FFA and 4-H activities, band, and so much more. Abernathy ISD offers a variety of college-level and dual-credit courses to prepare our students for the future. We are proud of our students and wishing them the best of luck this season in all that they do. At Abernathy ISD, we are students today, leaders tomorrow, and antelopes forever. At Abernathy's First Baptist Church, our mission is to love God, love people, and to tell the world. Our pastor is Damon Pierce, and we meet for Sunday school at 9:30 and worship at 10:45. We offer a number of kids and youth activities, as well as a Wednesday night Bible study at 6 p.m. We'd love to welcome you and your family to Abernathy's First Baptist Church. If you have any questions about our church, feel free to give us a call at 806-298-2587. We are proud of our community and our young people, and we wish the Lopes and Lady Lopes the best of luck this school year. You don't have to travel across the state to find a used car. South Plains Auto Ranch right here in Abernathy has you covered. Austin and his team are ready to go to work for you to get you in your new ride. With in-house financing available, South Plains Auto Ranch is a win-win situation. Come see us today on South Avenue D in Abernathy or give us a call at 806-298-2200. We are behind the Lopes and the Lady Lopes this season. If you are in need of a cool down, you need to give your friends at JC Refrigeration Cooling and Heating a call. As a South Plains leader in heating and air conditioning services, we can handle all of your needs, big or small. We specialize in residential, light commercial, and mobile home services. Give us a call today at 806-744-9855 or come see us at 1606 North University Avenue in Lubbock. JC Refrigeration, Cooling, and Heating is a proud supporter of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes. St. Isidore Catholic Church has long been a staple in the Abernathy community and is a proud supporter of our young people. Led by Father Brian, we offer Mass daily at 8:30 a.m. and on Sundays at 9 a.m., with adoration on the first Friday of each month at 7 p.m. At St. Isidore Catholic Church, we are praying blessings over our students for a great school year and are wishing the Lopes and Lady Lopes the best of luck this season. If you have any questions about our church, give us a call at 806-298-4278. For over 100 years, Plains Land Bank has specialized in financing rural property. We are passionate about agriculture and ensuring that producers are successful. Your land is more than just your livelihood, it's your legacy, and we want you to see it grow for generations to come. Let us help you own a piece of Texas. Come visit our Plainview office today or give us a call at 806-296-5579. At Plains Land Bank, we are a proud supporter of our West Texas high school student athletes. As a leader in the agriculture industry, Nutrien Ag Solutions is committed to helping West Texas growers reach their greatest potential. The professionals at Nutrien Ag Solutions pride themselves as being known as the ag retailer of the future with their focus on customer service. An emphasis is consistently placed on providing the best performing chemical, fertilizer, and seed products, financing programs, and second-to-none technology used in crop consulting and field application for their customers. With 6 retail locations located nearby, they are equipped with the experienced agronomists that are able to work alongside you to create the ideal plan for your operation. David Carver and his crew would like to say thank you for those that have entrusted them for years to service their needs, and would also like to wish the Antelopes a successful and blessed year. DB Media specializes in all things audio, video, and lighting. From designs and installs tailored to your commercial application, to concerts and corporate events, and even studio recording and mixing for bands and artists, DB Media has you covered. DB Media is a proud supporter of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes this season. Your local leader in real estate is Ty Horsford with Movements Real Estate. In today's real estate market, you need someone you can trust, and that person is Ty Horsford. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, Ty has the knowledge to guide you in the right direction. I'm proud to support the Lopes and Lady Lopes and pray that you have a wonderful and successful school year.
As once again, good evening, Antelope fans, and we wish it was a happier halftime show here, brought to you by Clark Riley Insurance here in Abernathy. But the Abernathy Antelopes trail the Idalou Wildcats 34-0 here at halftime. And taking a look at some of the numbers, and Chance, unfortunately, not a whole lot to look at as far as Abernathy is concerned. You got Elijah Trejo, 1 of 7 for 5 yards. And you've rushed it for 35 yards as a team. You've got Ponciano with 20, Martinez with 16. So you're looking at 40 yards of total offense for the Abernathy Antelopes. And for Idalou, let's see, how many do they have?
Quite a bit.
Let's see, 70, quick math, about 82, 92, 100.
They're closing in on about 200.
Close to 200 yards of total offense, and it could be a lot worse even the way this one has gone. Unfortunately, Abernathy has just not had any mojo on offense, defense, or special teams, and obviously you're going to have people pointing fingers and all this, that, and the other, and I get it. Antelope fans are not used to losing, and we were talking just a minute ago off air. You get accustomed to winning 8, 9, 10 games a year. There's teams that have never done that.
Yeah,
and I'm proud that our standard is that here, but it does make a year like what you're enduring so far. I mean, there's lots of football left. Tough. And so obviously there's going to be some frustration. You want there to be frustration, but it's just been a tough road to hoe tonight for the Antelopes, and so far this season, still time to figure stuff out, but it's just something Antelope fans aren't used to, and I get that.
Yeah, when you're not used to it, it's definitely hard to swallow, and I think, like we said it before, just some mojo, some energy, something positive going for the Lopes just to kind of turn it around here. And, they could go in at halftime and regroup, and it could be a totally different game in the second half, but we're definitely going to have some big plays and some big momentum shifts if we're going to come back from 34-0 at halftime. And so, like you said before, Idalou, it was all Idalou all over the place from, the return punt by Davis, 3 rushing touchdowns by Pounds, and then Henley added another rushing touchdown on offense. And so just kind of doing what they wanted to at will on the Abernathy defense, and then just making those big plays like they did on special teams. So Abernathy going in, some of those veterans that we got back are going to have to step up and really say, hey, guys, this is where we need to lock in, get the momentum going, and really, like I said, start over and kind of reset and say, hey, look, the season ain't over yet. This game's not even over yet. Let's go out there and try to put some points on the board. And, even if you still come out behind or with a loss, at least getting points on the board and getting some positive momentum would go a long way tonight.
And really, it's one of those situations you try and be a fly on the wall in the locker room, and there's probably a lot of different conversations being had, lots of frustration, but really what you would like to see, obviously, you're going to have your coaching staff probably get on you pretty good. But then it should be a situation like you said, Chance. Maybe the coaches leave the locker room and you've got some guys, some leaders on this team stand up and be like, hey, let's play with a little bit of pride. Let's play with some effort, some energy, and let's show people that we want to be here and we want to play this football game. And like you said, chances are you're not going to come back from a 34-0 halftime deficit. I mean, crazier things have happened. But even if you don't, just show something in the second half.
Well, some pride, and I think, like you said, some oomph, and just being able to say, let's leave it on the field and show the fans out there, the supporters out there, our families, friends, people watching, people listening, that, we're still fighting, putting some fight and effort out there and want to be out there on the field and represent our town and our community. And I think they do. But when you go 6 quarters and you're giving everything you got and you have nothing to show for it, like you said, giving up almost 80 points on the defensive side and then not putting anything up on the offensive side, that can be hard, and it can be discouraging for sure from the coaching staff all the way down to the players. But like you said, it just takes one person, one spark to get that flame burning and to get that pride rolling back through the Lopes.
Tell you what, let's. I'm gonna stick the microphone outside, and the highlight of the night so far, this award-winning Abernathy Antelope marching band. Let's let you catch some of their halftime performance. We just say it whenever we go off the air. Do what? 155. Yeah, this is great commentating. 78, 84, 90.
Directors of the Abernathy Band are Matt Knight, Trisha Burrell, Manager Knight, Shirley Lease, Tommy Riley, and Bryson Riley.
And there you have it. Good performance here at the half by the award-winning Abernathy Antelope Marching Band, led by band director Matt Knight. They always do a great job, and you know, it's always interesting to see, Chance, whenever you play these different towns and the bands perform at halftime and those things. The Abernathy band always dwarfs the bands of schools that are similar in size to you, and they've got quite the program. So shout out to all those that are putting together a good halftime show and getting ready for marching contest here in a few weeks with this Abernathy Antelope marching band. 34-0 here at halftime as the Antelopes trail Idalou. And Chance, we also want to recognize good and positive performances by our sub-varsity teams as well. What those look like this week?
Yeah, this week we had the one lone winner so far. 7th grade put up another big win from another big game from Aiden Villarreal. He number 10. He had a big offensive performance, and Kingston stepped up at quarterback. Cutter Johnson was out this past week. He had some stock show stuff going on, so he wasn't there. But in his absence, the 7th grade team was still able to step up and get a big win. Had one interception on defense and came out with the victory. You know, and as you said, it was tough sledding for 8th grade and JV. 8th grade put up a fight, but just couldn't hold Idalou off the board. And Idalou had a very, very big 8th grade team. They had some big boys out there on the field, and they played hard. And The 8th grade boys fought hard, but weren't able to come away with the victory. And same thing for JV. I think they got blanked there in Idalou. Like I said, still fought hard, but it sounds like Idalou has a pretty good program going right now. And it was tough week for the Lopes this week against the Wildcats.
34-0 here at halftime. The Idalou Wildcats all over the Abernathy Antelopes as we have just a couple of more minutes left before we hit the second half trail. So let's take one final timeout, and we will come back with the start of the third quarter as you're listening to Abernathy Antelope football on the Abernathy Antelope Sports Network.
For over 100 years, Plains Land Bank has specialized in financing rural property. We are passionate about agriculture and ensuring that producers are successful. Your land is more than just your livelihood, it's your legacy, and we want you to see it grow for generations to come. Let us help you own a piece of Texas. Come visit our Plainview office today or give us a call at 806-296-5579. At Plains Land Bank, we are a proud supporter of our West Texas high school student athletes. DB Media specializes in all things audio, video, and lighting. From designs and installs tailored to your commercial application, to concerts and corporate events, and even studio recording and mixing for bands and artists, DB Media has you covered. DB Media is a proud supporter of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes this season. St. Isidore Catholic Church has long been a staple in the Abernathy community and is a proud supporter of our young people. Led by Father Brian, we offer Mass daily at 8:30 a.m. and on Sundays at 9 a.m., with adoration on the first Friday of each month at 7 p.m. At St. Isidore Catholic Church, we are praying blessings over our students for a great school year and are wishing the Lopes and Lady Lopes the best of luck this season. If you have any questions about our church, give us a call at 806-298-4278.
And welcome back here. Ty Horsford, Chance Rocha, Travis Wickenden, Jarek Avila. Halftime as we're about set to start the third quarter. The Abernathy Antelopes trail the Idalou Wildcats 34-0. And Chance, a little bit of a surprise score from the college football Big 12 ranks tonight as well, as at halftime, the Kansas State Wildcats trail Oklahoma State 20-7.
That's definitely surprising.
Antelopes, or the Red Raiders, getting ready for a big matchup tomorrow night with those Baylor Bears in Waco.
Yeah, we could definitely use a win over there in Waco.
Yeah, almost a must-win for if you're a Tech football fan. But nonetheless, 34-0, Abernathy trails. They've got some work to do here in the second half, and the stands down below us have cleared out a little bit, Chance. Yeah. People getting cold and down 34. May have a big viewing crowd on our broadcast in the second half of this one.
Which is all right. That's what we put this on for those people at home listening. We appreciate all y'all out there listening. One more halftime score. Littlefield is jumping all over Coahoma. Halftime there, it's 41-13. So those Wildcats look like they may be real here in Idalou and also in Littlefield.
As an end-over-end kick, and that one once again is going to go through the end zone for a touchback. And the Abernathy Antelopes will try and find some offense to start the third quarter, Chance. 40 yards of total offense in the 40 yards of total offense in the first half for the Antelopes, and that's unfortunately not going to win you very many ball games.
Yeah, we talked about it before, but the Wildcats have kind of dominated all aspects of the game. Special teams, that had the punt return, they had the block punt, dominated the run game, and then just shut us down on offense, hadn't let us get in any kind of rhythm. So hopefully after half we can get in some rhythm and get some of that spark.
Trejo in at quarterback. He hands the ball off, and fighting for yards is Lance Ponciano. You know, there were a couple of handoffs there in the first half where there was a little bit of a seam for Ponciano, and he was able to pick up 10 or 12, but they were just few and far between.
Yeah, few and far between, and like you said, it only takes one little seam and maybe a misstep here or there, but he hadn't been able to break one, but maybe he will in the second half.
Movement up front again on Abernathy, and it's going to be you gain 3 and get a 5-yard penalty, and it puts you behind the sticks.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there with the count or anything like that. I mean, we haven't changed anything up, so that's just a mishap for Abernathy there on that one.
11:31 left to play here in the third quarter, just underway in the second half. In the shotgun again is Trejo with 11:20 to play. There's the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls right, looking to throw, does throw into the flat. It's caught for a short gain. That is number 4,
Carson
Curry hauling it in for the Antelopes. 4-yard pickup brings up 3rd down and 8 here for the Antelopes. Another tackle by Jarnigan.
He's been all over the field tonight. Yeah, big 3rd down here. Yeah, I mean, you come out and you want to at least get a first down or 2 first downs to start the first half. We can't just turn the ball right back over to Idalou at all, so big 3rd down here.
In the gun, Trejo, 2 receivers to the near side. There's a snap, empty backfield. Trejo looking to throw, finds Brody Shad and makes a defender miss as Brody dives forward close to a first down. He might be a half a yard or so short, looking like where they're going to spot him just shy of the 35. Chance, what do you got to lose? Just leave the offense on the field and try and go for it here.
I mean, I think they're going to have to try to go for it and kind of get some momentum here. I mean, put some confidence on that offense and say, hey, come on, go punch one out there, get a first down, and let's get this drive going.
In the gun on 4th down and 1 is Trejo. Now pauses, looks to the sideline. That allows the Idalou defense to get set. Now Trejo calling out some instructions near the line of scrimmage. And now he's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off, and Ponciano didn't get there. Ponciano stops short of the line of scrimmage, and the ball is going to go over on downs, Chance.
That's definitely not what you needed. You know, credit to the coaching staff there telling the offense, hey, go put one out there. We're going to put it on you. Try to get that big 1 yard on fourth and short, and we weren't able to punch it through. So Wildcats come up with a big stop, and they're going to have the ball in plus territory, and I'm curious to see if they're going to try it out their first team and keep putting points on the board or if they're going to try to air it out. They were definitely trying to pass the ball there to end the first half, but that may have just been because of the circumstance with the time. But Hindley's still in there at quarterback, it looks like.
As in the shotgun is Hindley. 2 receivers to the far side, but the handoff goes up the middle to Pounds. He's pounds his way down close to the 30. And, Chance, this isn't even necessarily a knock at Abernathy, but one thing I never understand, and lots of teams do it, when you're facing 4th down and 1 or less than a yard, you come out and you line up in the shotgun, and you're just immediately 2 or 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. It's almost like gone are the days of get under center and follow your line for a first down.
Yeah, sometimes that can be a tough thing when you're used to running everything in the gun. You know, that may be unsure for the O-line or the center to run it under center, but that's one of those things I feel like that, like you said, gone are the days of that. Almost every team now runs everything out of the shotgun. But you have to feel that has to be somewhere in a playbook for certain circumstances.
Dias, the ball carrier, another first down for Idalou. And, Chance, I wouldn't be at all surprised unless they just want to work on it. Idalou may not pass the ball once in the second half.
Hey, you may be surprised. I said that earlier, and the first thing they did was drop back and pass it. So we'll see what happens here. But they have no need to. They have no reason to. And if they keep the ball on the ground, that keeps the clock rolling and keeps things in the momentum in their favor for sure.
We may have a pretty quick second half if that's the case, as that clock will continue to run another handoff to Pounds. And right now, Chance, at the point of contact, Idalou just winning the battle every single time. And you get a hit, but then after contact, they're gaining 2, 3, 4 more yards, and it's just been tough for the Antelopes to contain that.
Yeah, contain it, even up front, they're getting a push up front on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. They're just kind of winning the trenches. And in games like this, if you can win it up front, you're going to win it overall, and they've definitely proved that. They're up over 200-plus yards of total offense and to our 40, and so that definitely proves that they're winning it up front.
As another handoff right into the path, and there's a big defensive play by the Antelopes getting to the ball carrier behind the line of scrimmage.
That's number 60, Jake Harkey. That was a big play. He kind of pushed right through his block and was able to get a tackle in the backfield. One positive there for the Lopes.
7:32 and counting left to go in the third quarter tonight. Quick moving third quarter with Idalou leading the Antelopes 34-0. $7:15 and counting left here in the third. As in the shotgun, a handoff going up the middle, another big hole for Pounds. And Chance, he's a tough runner. I give it to Pounds. He's not a big guy, but he puts his head down and he goes. And he gets positive yardage almost every single time.
He definitely does. Like you said, not a big guy, but that probably works in his favor. Low pad level, able to just kind of sneak through that O-line and just keep churning those legs, and he does. It seems like after he gets hit one time, he just keeps going for 4 or 5 more yards.
Nearing the midway point of the third quarter, and Idalou's knocking on the door again, leading 34-0. And in the gun, a reverse pass. Wide open in the end zone. That's how you draw it up if you're Idalou. Adding insult to injury, the Abernathy defense lost on that one as number 9 hauls in the reverse pass completion. It's Lucas Jarnigan for an Idalou touchdown.
He's been all over the field tonight. Well drawn up play there by Idalou. As you said, caught Abernathy off guard with the double reverse pass. I mean, you can't really do anything about that. It looks like they're kind of pulling all the tricks out of their bag, seeing what they can do. And, you know, sometimes as a coaching staff, when you're in this situation, whether you're down big or up big, you're just kind of like, hey, why not try it, see what happens? That way we know what we have, you know, coming up if we need to run that kind of play down the road.
41-0. We'll take a timeout. This is Abernathy football.
In today's ever-changing real estate market, you need a professional in your corner. Reb Lopez with Exit Realty is fully equipped with the knowledge and skills to help you every step of the way. If you are looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, or just have questions, give Reb the Realtor a call today at 806-928-0598. Reb Lopez with Exit Realty is a proud supporter of the Antelopes and Lady Lopes and wishes them the best of luck this season.
And welcome back. It's another First State Bank kickoff here for the Abernathy Antelopes and the Idalou Wildcats, as Idalou has extended their lead now to 41-0 over the Abernathy Antelopes. An end-over-end kick that once again will sail through the back of the end zone for a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. And the Antelope offense will get another look at it. And Chance, again, I hate to keep bringing this up, but you're going on a streak now. That's 88 consecutive points scored by your opponents since the Abernathy Antelopes have last got on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and you're coming up on what is this? If we don't put points up this quarter, that's going to be 7 quarters without putting points on the board. That's a lot of time. And like I said, mostly for these boys out there on the field, you know they want something positive happening, and it can get you down. But if we can get something sustained and get some points on the board, get something positive going.
As there's a completed pass crossing over the middle there for the Antelopes is number 4, Carson Curry. And he gets a gain of 8, almost 9 on first down. It'll be second down and short coming up for the Antelopes. We near 6 minutes to go. There's the snap to Trejo. He fakes the handoff, pulls it back, runs around the edge. I think he got to the stick.
Yeah, it's going to depend on the spot. They forced him out right there at the sticks, but everybody had to drop it because there was about 2 defenders and 2 or 3 Abernathy Antelopes there. So it looks like I think they're going to give it to him, though, with the spot.
As they have not said yet. I don't think he did get it, Chance. They're going to say he may have lost yardage with where the spot is, and it's third down coming up for the Antelopes. As again, Trejo is in the gun, trips to the near side as he rolls near side after the fake handoff, looking to throw over the middle, and he overthrows everybody by a mile. Brody Shadden, the intended target, and it's fourth down. Another flag on the play.
Maybe a hold or on the Lopes. I don't know. They're going to Idalou side. Yeah, they're calling a hold, but
Really? You're going to call that right now?
well, I think Idalou, they're going to walk it off. They're going to take the penalty, so they're going to make them play third down again. And I think they're kind of insult to injury there type thing, and they're probably thinking field position there, put them in a tough, long third down, and if we can't get it and we have to punt, that's going to definitely give them the best kind of field position they can get. So
you may start seeing bitter tie if this continues the way it's going. I'm like, why do you throw a flag right now unless it's just blatantly obvious? But I guess a hold is a hold, no matter if it's 40-0 or 7-7.
That's right.
And we're 5:50 now to play in the ball game in the third quarter. Excuse me. And three receivers to the near side as Trejo looks to throw. He's flushed from the pocket, rolls far side, looking to throw it down the field.
Yeah,
He's got a
wide
receiver
open
behind the defense, and what a heck of a defensive play. As sometimes you just got to tip your hat. As that ball was going to be right there, I think, but leaping into the air.
Number 3, Logan Middle.
That's a good play.
Yeah, that was a good play. We had a guy behind all the defense, and Trejo was able to scramble out of the pocket and get out to the outside and get the throw off. And I think that gave Middle some time to get back there and find that guy that was behind all the Idalou Wildcat defense. So heck of a play by him.
Brody Shadden set to punt it again here for the Antelopes. This punt brought to you by the First State Bank of Abernathy. As Shadden looks to punt it away, they're coming after it. It's a fake. I don't know if it was an intended fake, but it turns into a fake because it was going to get blocked, I think, if Brody tried to punt it, and he ran around the edge, and Chancey's nowhere close to a first down.
Yeah, I think that was just kind of trying to make the best out of a bad situation. They had a free rusher coming in, and Brody pulled it and tucked it. And he almost looked like he was trying to look for somebody to pass it to, but I don't think that was a planned play, and so he did the best with what he could with that rusher coming off the edge.
As Abernathy on those punts, they're not getting much protection for Brody to punt, and he's kind of been running for his life back there. 5:33 to go, another short field for Idalou from the 29-yard line. As man in motion, Henley still in the ball game. Handoff to Pounds, who's still in the ball game, and Pounds, he's the Idalou workhorse, and he gets another. I bet you he's averaging 6 yards at least a carry, and it's another gain of almost 8 there. Second down and short coming up.
Yep, Pounds is pounding the rock for sure, and they give it to 44, and he's just going, like you said, 6 or 7 yards every single play. And why not? When that's what's been working for you, why not keep doing it?
Idalou showing why, despite the 1-4 record, they're considered by many as the favorite to come out of this district.
Yeah, a team to be reckoned with for sure. And this is definitely going to open up some eyes for the rest of the district to notice.
In the shotgun is Hindley. Handoff going to the middle of the pile this time to
Blake Dias,
number 10, Dias.
Another first down for Idalou here.
Curry makes the tackle, but like you said, it's another Idalou first down. Clock rolling inside of 4.5 minutes to play now in the third quarter.
Looks like Henley came out of the game. I don't know what they're doing here. Maybe a Wildcat, or they got another quarterback in here, but Henley is out of the game right now.
And is that could just be to give him a break, or it could be if you hope he's okay over there.
Yeah, he just jogged off the field. I think he's fine.
As another handoff to Pounds as he takes the handoff from number 4, Cutter Houchin. And Pounds takes it for another chunk inside the 10-yard line, close to another Idalou first down, a gain of 9 yards.
Yeah, they gave him the first down. First and goal, it looks like.
Idalou already leading 41-0. Looking to add to that lead here late in the third quarter.
Idalou doesn't have a lot of guys on the sideline, but they seem to sub their athletes in quite a bit, in and out every play.
In the shotgun once again. Well, back in the ball game is Hindley, and he hands the ball off to Dias, and Dias is in on the touchdown party for Idalou as he takes it in from 7 yards out, and the lead is 47-0 for the Wildcats here with 3:24 to play in the third quarter. As the PAT pending here for Idalou. Nothing tricky on this PAT. They line it up traditionally. It's up, and it is good. And 3:24 left in the third. It's 48-0 Wildcats as we'll take a timeout. You're listening to Abernathy Antelope Football.
Your local leader in real estate is Ty Horsford with Movements Real Estate. In today's real estate market, you need someone you can trust, and that person is Ty Horsford. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, Ty has the knowledge to guide you in the right direction. I'm proud to support the Lopes and Lady Lopes and pray that you have a wonderful and successful school year.
And here we are back at Antelope Stadium in Abernathy, Texas. Ty Horsford at Chance Rocha. High atop Antelope Stadium, what has turned into a chilly Friday night here in early October. And the Abernathy Antelopes trail 48-0 here to the Idalou Wildcats. Another First State Bank kickoff coming up.
Yeah, it's kind of been the same story, different game. Hadn't been able to get momentum, haven't been able to get in the groove of anything, and haven't been able to stop anything that's been coming our way. And so still got time left. Like you said, still need to find a silver lining, just see some positivity out of the Lopes here with another chance on offense.
As another pooch kick coming over here to the near sideline. It's caught, but nothing on the return.
That's
as
Maverick
number
Shadden.
5, Maverick Shadden, on the reception there of the punt. And Abernathy will take over from about the 25-yard line. First down and 10. 3:22 left here in the third quarter.
Some scoring updates. Littlefield still up 48-13 on Kahoma. Tahoka and New Deal are in the fourth quarter. New Deal's winning 21-12. Olton's beating Post 36-15. And let's see what else we got going here.
Looks like we've got a penalty maybe that moves it up 5 yards for the Antelopes. Didn't see a flag, but it's first down and 10 nonetheless. Handoff going to the far side. That's Ponciano. Lance Ponciano out to the 35-yard line, a gain of 3 yards on first down. It'll be second down and 7 coming up for the Antelopes. As Chance next week, Abernathy's got a big one against the Roosevelt Eagles. And when you start looking at how this is going to shake out, as I know it's just the first week of district, but it would appear that the Wildcats in the district are kind of, at least at this point, separating themselves as the top two, is in Idalou and Littlefield. They're both going to win big tonight. But then you've got Roosevelt, you've got Abernathy, you've got Kahoma, and you've got Stanton. 4 teams and 2 playoff spots to be had if that's how the district begins to fall. And so when those teams play each other, they're going to be big ball games.
Yeah, it's going to be big ball games, and you may have a gauntlet where one team beats another and another one beats another, but Abernathy kind of controls their fate. You may lose this one tonight, but, the year's still ahead of you, and you can still come up and win more games than you lose. We can still get a playoff spot out of everything.
In the shotgun is Trejo, takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Ponciano slips through, close to a first down across the 40 to the 41-yard line. And that's going to be a first down. A Nutrient Ag Solutions first down. Hadn't been many of those tonight for the Antelopes.
We haven't. That was a good pop there by Ponciano, and looked good. And we've talked about it all night. He's had some lanes and just haven't been able to get that last final step or that final move to kind of break it wide open.
Inside of 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. .140, the clock rolls in the shotgun. There's the snap. Hand off again to Ponciano. Ponciano had an initial push, but then pushed back by the Idalou defensive front after a gain of about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6 coming up for Abernathy. Next snap probably going to come inside of 60 seconds left here in quarter number 3.
I think Abernathy may be committing to the run for the remainder of the game, but like we talked about that before, as soon as we say that, they start throwing the ball on both sides.
In the shotgun, Trejo looks to pass, rolls out. He's hit as he throws. It's almost picked off. A dropped interception by an Idalou defender at midfield.
Yeah, he faked the handoff as soon as he turned around. There was 2 Idalou defenders right there, so Trejo did everything he could to try to get that ball off. And errant throw there and almost picked off, like you said.
Tash Kuntz just almost had himself a pick for Idalou. Instead, it's going to be 3rd down and 6 here, for the Antelopes from their own 45. Ball going to be spotted between the hashes, right in the middle of the field here for Abernathy, who moves right to left on the Antelope Sports Network in the shotgun. And Abernathy, they were going to have too many people on the field, and so they have to take a timeout to get things figured out. It's been a guessing game tonight, unfortunately, for the Antelopes, as gives us an opportunity to thank a few of our sponsors: St. Clair and Massey, Orthodontics of Lubbock, Lambert Insurance, the Junkin Farmers Market, Nana's Donuts, Vista Bank, Webb Vision Center, Hill Veterinary Services, and the Abernathy Little League, all proud supporters of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes. Are super thankful for all of our sponsors on the broadcast, and lots of great businesses in Abernathy, Plainview, Lubbock, all supporting the Antelopes and Lady Lopes and helping us get these broadcasts on the air each and every week, and we definitely could not do it without them.
Couldn't do it without them, and definitely couldn't do it without our viewers and our listeners, and we appreciate it, especially on nights like tonight. Not the funnest game to be watching as a Abernathy Lope.
We're calling.
Yeah, but we appreciate it, and because we're here, as a community as a whole, we want to make sure that we're still having pride in what we do and who we are, and try to find the silver lining in all things, and still remembering these boys are out here put out a good effort and doing the best that they can every night.
3rd down and 6 here for the Antelopes. Trying to move the sticks and keep the offense on the field. Trejo is in the gun, takes the snap. He does have time to throw, but he throws high and wide of Brody Shadden. And I think that expression by Brody Shadden, he just kind of shrugged his shoulders and put his head down. That tells the story of really how the last 7 quarters have gone, dating back to 2 weeks ago, Chance against Millshoe, just how it's been. Abernathy's in a funk, and they're going to have to find a way out of it.
Yeah, we can't catch a break. Have an open receiver, we have an errant pass, get a big gain, get a penalty called on us. So we just can't get any momentum or any mojo going. So we're going to go for it here on 4th down. Let's see what they have drawn up here on offense.
Trejo in the gun, empty backfield. Idalou brings the pressure. Trejo throws it down the field. He's got a receiver inside the 30. It is caught for a 1st down.
Yep, number 25.
Caleb Brown hauls it in. That is a Nutrient Ag Solutions 1st down, and this is the deepest Abernathy has moved it into Idalou territory all night long. A gain of about 25 yards, and Abernathy almost doubles their total yards and output on that one play.
Yep, there's some positive right there that we needed. And just like I said, to see a little spark and see some positive yards for the Lopes.
In the shotgun, Trejo turned to hand it off. Nobody there. Now throws it. He had a receiver out there, but it's high and wide of Rolando Martinez, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, he had Martinez open, but hey, like I said, every time he goes to scramble outside of the box, it looks like a Idalou defender is chasing him or near him, so he's having to rush some of those throws. But one of those things, like we said before, open receiver, kind of an errant throw, but that's all right. Like I said, we had some positive momentum here, so maybe we'll keep it going here on this next play.
In the gun is Trejo. Trejo takes the snap, hands it off to the middle, and pushing out in across the 25 is Ponciano. He was kind of being thrown around like a rag doll, but he kept his footing and turns it into a gain of 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah, he kept him chugging. That Idalou defender thought he was going to go down after he spun him around, and Ponciano said, no, sir, I'm going to keep my feet moving on this one.
Into the third quarter, all Idalou, 48-0. We'll take a timeout and come back for the final 12 after this.
You don't have to travel across the state to find a used car. South Plains Auto Ranch right here in Abernathy has you covered. Austin and his team are ready to go to work for you to get you in your new ride. With in-house financing available, South Plains Auto Ranch is a win-win situation. Come see us today on South Avenue D in Abernathy or give us a call at 806-298-2200. We are behind the Lopes and the Lady Lopes this season.
As welcome back here to Antelope Stadium in Abernathy. We head to the fourth and final quarter tonight with Abernathy trailing Idalou 48-0. Abernathy, unfortunately, probably going to drop to 2-4 tonight, and 0-1 in district play. Idalou vying for just their second win of the season, but we talked about the gauntlet of the schedule they played in the non-district, and tonight that's paying dividends for the Idalou Wildcats.
It definitely is paying dividends for them, and we knew that record was very deceiving because they were gonna come in here well coached and a stout team, and be ready for district play, and they've done that quite a few times along the year where they come in and they may have won 1 or 2 games and still finish the season 9-4, and so and like I said, the same way that Idalou done that, Abernathy still has time in the season to turn theirs around. We may fall here tonight, but a lot more games coming up in district play.
In the shotgun is Trejo, as Abernathy really for the first time tonight deep in Idalou territory. Trejo looking to throw, scrambles out of the back. Actually, it's not Trejo, it's Carrillo, and Carrillo threads the needle into the end zone. Rolando Martinez has it for the touchdown.
I think that was Trejo. It looked like Carrillo to me too. Yeah,
I thought it was 7 when he turned the corner. That's my fault.
His jersey was tucked up and
touchdown we had, Jan.
No, that's all right. I thought it was too at first when you said that, and then I saw Carrillo over on the sideline. That was a nice pass by Trejo there. He threaded the needle, and he worked a little bit harder for that one than he had to. He actually had a receiver wide open on the back side of the field, but that's a long throw across his body, and so great pass there by Trejo and putting points on the board. That's what we needed.
As a bad snap on the PAT, now Rolando running for his life is not going to get anywhere, and so Abernathy will settle for 48-6, but it is a touchdown strike from Trejo to Rolando Martinez, and the Antelopes trail 48-6. We'll take a timeout and come back. You're listening to Abernathy Antelope Football.
One of Abernathy's longest-standing businesses is First State Bank. People have been choosing First State Bank for all of their financial and banking needs since 1909. We are proud to be locally owned and operated, and we have 3 locations across the area to serve you. Abernathy's First State Bank is a longtime supporter of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes and wish them the best of luck this season. If we can serve you in any way, drop by and see us at 402 9th Street in Abernathy or give us a call at 806-298-2556.
So following the First Baptist Church touchdown of the night and the First Baptist Church touchdown in almost 8 quarters, Chance, Abernathy on the board, as we need to update our scoreboard here as well. But it is 48-6 now to set up a First State Bank kickoff.
Yeah, great play there by Trejo. Like I said, he worked a little bit harder than he had to, but that's kind of what we needed. In a game like tonight, just to get points on the board, and points on the board in a long time is going to go a long way for the just the momentum and the attitude of the boys on the field, just to kind of see some positive things rolling.
11:52 to go in tonight's ball game now. as the Antelope set to kick it off. A line drive, end over end kick is going to bounce along the sidelines and out of bounds. That's going to draw the penalty flag. Be free kick out of bounds here against Abernathy. And with 11:52 to go, it'll be good field position for Idalou, leading 48-6. Would expect a heavy dose of, well, I was going to say pounds here, but they may take pounds out of the ball game. We'll see. As the ball out of the free kick out of bounds penalty will come out to the 30. And Idalou will run it from there. They still spread a couple of receivers out to the far side. Hindley still in at quarterback. Hands the ball off, coming to the near side. And it is still Pounds.
And I said it before, you know, over there on the Idalou sideline, it doesn't look like they have a ton of depth.
It doesn't, yeah.
But they do run, you know, 2 or 3 guys in and out every single play to try to get them a rest in between plays. So it's been working for them. But, you know, in saying that, that just shows that we're not the only team that doesn't have a lot of depth in the district.
We've only got 11 or 12 guys on the bench for Idalou, in addition to the 11 that are on the field. In the shotgun again is Tate Hindley. He takes the snap, hands the ball off up the middle.
That's Blake Dias, number 10. He had a touchdown earlier. Looks like they're trying to get him some handoffs tonight.
Dias takes it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The clock will roll. Third down coming up here for Idalou. Abernathy's not had a good track record on third down tonight, as the Antelopes try and get their first defensive stop of the night, Chance. The one time they did on the punt, they were offsides, and it gave Idalou a first down. So third down, about 4 here for the Wildcats. In the gun is Hindley. Hands it off up the middle, and it is going to be a first down run for guess who? The workhorse Pounds takes it across the 40 to the 41. Or no, that was Leatherwood, actually. That was not Pounds.
Yeah, his first carry of the game, and he got a big chunk of yards on that one.
(44-42). I saw the 4 and just assumed. But you know what assuming does.
That's right. Sometimes it happens that way, but who wouldn't assume it when Pounds is, you know, like you said, he already has a hat trick tonight, and they've been feeding him all night. So
first down and 10. Hindley takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. Another tough run into Abernathy territory across midfield, down to the 49-yard line. That's Hodges.
That was a tough run for sure. They're just putting all different kinds of guys there in the backfield and seeing who can run the ball tonight, it looks like.
Just in case James Hodges' grandma is listening back in Idalou, that was James Hodges that got the handoff.
That was.
We do know we have opponents' fans listening every single week and watch every single week. We're glad you're with us as well. Glad that we can bring these ball games to you as another handoff to the middle.
That's Blake Dias, number 10.
Takes it across the 45 down to the 43. And it's another first down for Idalou.
These Wildcats are subbing in and out, and they're just most of the starters are still in there, and so they're still trying to put some drives together here with just over 8 minutes left in the game.
Seems like in recent years, Chance, the last 5-6 years, it's kind of been Idalou and Abernathy that have alternated district championships. Abernathy won it last year. Idalou, they're looking to position themselves in the driver's seat after tonight as well. And another handoff. This is back to Pounds up the middle inside the 40, down to about the 38-yard line. It's really become a pretty heated. When I say heated, I mean it in a good way. That's what you like in these small school rivalries, but a pretty heated rivalry between the Antelopes and the Wildcats.
Yeah, definitely been competitive on both sides, not just in football, but just across the board. And that's what you want, like you said, in these small towns and these tight-knit communities. You want to know that, hey, we want to beat those Lopes in just the same way we want to beat those Wildcats in everything that we do.
Second down and 4 coming up. In the shotgun, Hindley takes the snap. He hands it off again to the middle, and this time it's Leatherwood
Man, that's a football name right there.
I like it. Inside the 35, down close to the 30, and another first down run. And Chance, they're coming 6, 7, 8 yards a pop right now for the Cats.
They definitely are, and I think they're going to keep it on the ground the rest of the night. I've said that before, and they've turned around and thrown it, but I think they're just working the clock. And if they can keep getting 6, 7 yards on every play, I think that's what we're going to get a heavy dose of for the rest of the night. Credit to these cheerleaders in the Abernathy band. They're still putting on a show.
It's the pink out game as all the kiddos wearing pink today as another handoff goes to the middle. And there wasn't nothing there, so Dias bounces it wide. The Antelope defense alertly stays with him there, and it's a short gain for Dias of just 3.
Yeah, he tried to bounce it outside, but Austin Fisher said, no, sir, we're going to keep it right here. Good tackle there by Fisher.
It'll be second down, actually not 3, more like a gain of 1 for Dias. It'll be second down and 9 as we go inside of 6:45 now to play in the ball game. As 6.5 to go in the gun. We do have another quarterback in there now as the handoff goes to Leatherwood. It was number 4 taking the snap. That's Cutter Houchin behind center now for the Wildcats, at least for that play. And it goes for a loss on the play. It'll be third down and long here for Idalou. Chance, my 6-year-old daughter was convinced that she was going to stay the course tonight and be here for all 4 quarters. I don't know if Mama's happy about it, but looking down to my right, she's sticking it out here this evening.
She definitely has. She's a trooper. Credit to Parker. She was committed, and she stayed true to it.
In the shotgun, handoff goes to...
Looks like Leatherwood, and he is just...
Yep.
He's making most out of his opportunity to get some runs on this play. Nope, look.
No, that was not Leatherwood.
It was
it was Pounds again, pounding it to the left side. Rolando Martinez the stop. But, hey, it's fourth down as Abernathy, for the second time denied, has held Idalou. That's crazy. Just for the second time denied, Idalou faces a fourth down.
Yeah, that just shows you, how committed, what a game plan that Idalou had tonight and how they've executed.
2 receivers to the far side. They may actually throw here. We'll see. Nope. Houchin hands it off to Leatherwood, and a good job by the Antelope defense for the first time tonight. It's a South Plains Auto Ranch defensive stand for the Abernathy Antelopes, and the Antelopes will take over on downs, trailing 48-6 with 4:52 to play.
Yeah, Carrillo with the big stop there.
That is pretty wild. That's the first time tonight the Antelope defense has been able to get Idalou's offense on the field. As Idalou, they've really put on a clinic, really both sides of the ball tonight.
Still some time left on the clock. We know we can't come back, but let's see if we can put a drive together here to finish the game.
In the gun is Trejo, and he hands it off. Lance Ponciano wrapped up short of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Jacob Gonzalez there, 55 from Idalou, was in the backfield in a hurry.
Loss of 3 on the play. Second down and long coming up for the Antelopes as we tick down near 4 minutes to play.
We got trips here on the near side for Abernathy.
In the shotgun again is Trejo. Empty backfield, slings it to the near side. It's caught, and then making a move and then almost losing the football is number 31, Braden Abel, as Abel cuts it up close back to the original line of scrimmage.
Third and long coming up for the Lopes. Just under 4 minutes to play here in the game.
Looking down there is about 7 of Braden's family members in the stands, and I know they're happy to see him get a grab there for the Antelopes. And now the snap drop by Trejo. Looks to throw, gets it to the sideline. That's a catch. Yes, it is. as going down to a knee and getting the arms under it is Rolando Martinez on the sideline. He's short of maybe he's got a first down. Let's see where they spotted here.
I think they're going to give it to him. They're running the clock. No, they're going to mark him short, but nope,
but
they
it's
gave
a
it to
first
him.
down. We're guessing up here, but it is a first down brought to you by Nutrient Ag Solutions.
I may have to have a talk with our lines people over there on the other side.
In the gun is Trejo, empty backfield, looking to throw, steps up, airs it out, wanting the home run ball for Martinez. He got it again.
Oh, they're saying he's out. It looked like he had a foot down, but they're saying he was forced out. But that was definitely a nice catch and a nice throw.
He might have been out. I don't know. But just give it to him. It's 48-6 with 2:53 to go.
That was a good effort, a heck of an effort. And that right there just showed you these boys are still out here playing and that they still have pride in what they're doing. And I can say up here in the booth, you can tell that they're still fighting. And they know they're not going to win this game, but they're still out here trying to do the best that they can.
Second down and 10. In the gun is Trejo. Empty backfield. Trejo looking to throw, scrambles from the pocket, throws over the middle. He's got a wide open receiver into Idalou territory as Brody Shadden almost broke it.
Yeah, shoestring tackle
takes
there.
it to the 45-yard line, though. A nice gain of, counted up 17 yards on the catch to Shadden. That is a completed pass brought to you by Reb Lopez with Exit Realty. And it's first down and 10. In the gun, empty backfield. Trejo looking to throw, rolls out over the middle again, and it's overthrown and almost intercepted. Is getting a finger on it for Idalou was number 8, Nick Estrada.
Yeah, just a little high there for Maverick Shadden.
I'm gonna just go on a limb and guess that that's probably the son of the high school principal at Idalou, Mr. Estrada. I could be wrong, but. Second down and 10. He's in the shotgun. Empty backfield looking to throw. Had a wide open receiver here on the Antelope sideline. It was Maverick Shadden, but an errant pass goes into the sideline, and it's an incomplete pass. It's third down.
Another third and long here for the Lopes, and see if we can get a first down here and maintain control of the ball to finish out the game.
Third and long, third down and 10 from the 46-yard line. In the shotgun, Trejo, empty backfield. Looking to throw, airs it out. It's got a man, Rolando, over the shoulder. And that was a good throw by Elijah Trejo. It went right through the arms of Rolando Martinez. You know he wished he had that one back.
We do. He made a fantastic grab earlier, and that one was right in his hands, and he's probably kicking himself right now. But, hey, just like in football and life, sometimes you make amazing plays and catch a bad break, and sometimes it's right in your hands and you may fumble it, but that's all right. Heck of a throw and almost a heck of a catch there by Rolando.
Fourth down and 10 as the offense will stay on the field with 2:11 to go. Trejo is in the gun, empty backfield, looking to throw, steps up in the pocket. Now he's running for his life and being chased down from behind by number 55.
Gonzalez.
Big Jacob Gonzalez, the senior.
With the sack.
5'11", 187-pound Gonzalez chased him down. And tell you what, I look at these Idalou players across the way as the ball's going to go over on downs here, and they're big. It's a big Idalou Wildcat club, but along with that, they've got some speed. We've seen that a few times tonight when Idalou defenders and quote-unquote the big boys have chased down Trejo from behind in the backfield, and that was a lineman that chases down Trejo right there, and it's just a good pedigree, a good-looking football pedigree across the way for Idalou.
Yeah, they got some big boys, but they're very athletic, and they've been able to make some big plays here tonight. And as you can see on the scoreboard, big plays on both offense and defense.
Ball goes over on downs. I would expect a very conservative last 151 and counting here for Idalou. Is they should only have to snap it a few times here.
Yeah, they're in victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee.
And that is exactly what they're going to do. As let's wait a few seconds to start that play clock, and let's let them do what they intend to do and just run out the clock. And Abernathy will regroup, and they'll have a big one against Roosevelt next Friday night. We'll have the broadcast for you at 6:45 7 o'clock kickoff next week against the Eagles, and that looms to be a big game when you look at how this district could potentially play out. So Abernathy's going to have to shake off the last couple of all games and find a way to get some of that mojo back. They will, we think, knock on wood, we'll get Macias back in the backfield, Alan Macias, and that'll be a spark to this Antelope offense, and maybe they can put some things together against the Eagles.
Yeah, they definitely need that spark, but going into the next district game, Roosevelt's coming off that win over Stanton, so they'll be 1-0 district. Littlefield and Idalou both 1-0, so they're definitely in the driver's seat, those three teams. So we're going to end up in the bottom of the pack with Coahoma and Stanton, and that's definitely not somewhere you want to be. So if we can flip the script and get a win against Roosevelt and kind of get back at the top of the pack and get things kind of back in our favor, that would be good for the Lopes.
48-6, the final score is Abernathy may have finally gotten to 100 yards of offense. They did have some big plays there in the last couple of drives, moved the sticks a couple of times, but tonight it was a tough road to hoe for the Abernathy Antelopes as 48-6, the final score tonight as Abernathy falls short to these Idalou Wildcats here in the district opener. And like you said, our next broadcast comes your way next Friday, 6:45 the pregame, and 7 o'clock the kickoff as Abernathy takes on the Roosevelt Eagles. But
that's at Roosevelt, too.
That is, yeah, it's going to be a road game for the Antelopes. And we'll be there. We'll have it for you as a few final numbers, giving Jarek the chance to total some stuff up for us. Idalou ends up with 252 yards on the ground. They looked like the Idalou of old tonight, rushing for over 250. They only passed it for 54, but I think that was a good game plan for Idalou coming in. They knew what they could do against this Antelope defense, and they did. 6 rushing touchdowns tonight for the Wildcats. They also did it on special teams, not only the one punt return for a touchdown, but they also had a couple of blocked punts as well. Rolando Martinez, had 2 catches for 33 yards. Ponciano, 14 carries for 43 yards. Trejo ends up 9 of 23. He did pass for 100 yards. Abernathy gets up close to 160 yards of total offense tonight, but it's not enough as Idalou gets the 48-6 win. Thanks for being with us, and next Friday night from ACUF, we'll have the call. Until then, good night and God bless. Have a great weekend, everybody. Go Red Raiders, beat the Bears, and we'll say so long.
I do want to say
next week.
I do want to say until next week. Go out and support. I know we got some basketball players playing, some Halo hoopsters. Go out and support your little Lopes, and we'll have some little footballers playing flag football here in Abernathy and in Idalou as